Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Wrestling for Life Network. Welcome to another live stream. As we bring you Raw tonight, we will be your live reaction to all the action, the most unscripted, uncensored, unbiased coverage in the wrestling world. Folks, get in that chat, blow it up, click all the buttons. Let's have a little fun on a Monday. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we kick off another week in wrestling with WWE RAW tonight. Lots to talk about, lots to get into. Go home show for Sunday night main event, and so much more in the wrestling world on the heels of All In and a whole bunch of wrestling. Me and that pretty face got you for the next couple hours. We're looking forward to it. Hope everyone out there's happy, healthy, and safe. You're feeling good, you're doing good. And if you don't know who we are, well, I'm Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick, and I know you and I were talking about this before we went live, sir. Of tonight is taped. They double taped Raw and SmackDown back-to-backs and everything. So yes, no spoilers, no spoilers. There might be one spoiler that we know about, but it's a pretty cool thing, and it's more of just somebody talking into a microphone and a camera before it gets cut off.
Yeah, I love the piss pants out there that are trying to try and turn everything into like a negative and like, oh my God, can you believe this? Like, no. We'll get to it. We'll talk about it here tonight. Again, no spoilers though. Nick and I out here dodging spoilers like Solo's been dodging pew-pews.
Pew-pews. You all right back there?
Yeah, everyone good? But keep the spoilers to yourself. We won't do our typical polls. We won't ask for your predictions because we're going to assume you're cheating. Even if you're not, God love you. But that all being said, we're looking forward to it. Lots going on. We got the Fallout show tomorrow for NXT as we get back to that coming out of Heatwave. We got Dynamite, the fallout from All In, which was crazy, interesting, lots to talk about, mixed reviews. Some people, as always, love it. And then, of course, Thursday, we got more going on there as we head towards Bound for Glory. Friday, the night before, usually the night before Saturday Night Main Event. But it's on a Sunday. We will be here live for Sunday night main event at the end of the week. Card looks good. Lots going on Sunday. So looking forward to it, Nick. Back in action and happy to be doing it.
Yeah, well, how fitting that the brothers are back at it together, the Bash brothers, as we've got the brothers facing off tonight with Penta versus Phoenix out here, which, for everybody that loved All In from last night and everything, you should really enjoy this match because I think they're going to go absolute hell for leather. I know it's a taped one, but at the same time, you know that they're going to show up and show out because that's what the show's about.
Yeah, and I mean, it's something where we kind of knew this is probably where we were going to end up. Can they get us there in a good way? And I think the tournament, as much as I think there's too many tournaments, I thought this one's been fun. I think the matches have been interesting. If you're a work rate guy out there, these are right up your alley. These are Meltzer special matches. So, I mean, again, the people should be kind of with it. I'm sorry if you're not. But, yeah, I mean, again, I guess one of the big news is coming out of everything is All In yesterday. Again, some people, best pay-per-view that's ever existed in the history of all pay-per-views. Me, not so much. And as far as anyone else goes, I mean, very interesting, Nick, how this one plays out. But to me, too many flaws to ignore.
There was certainly some, and it was very much like and we've talked about this. We talked about this last night. We talked about this before we were live. I still at least am in the camp of it was the best out of the three shows, in my opinion.
Well, it should be. You're going up against NXT and AAA. Like, hey. You beat the minor leagues. You had
some people that were acting like they can just dump.
I don't know.
I'm not with that. I'm not with that. I don't think it's better than. Some people were saying it's better than the past two WrestleManias. I don't get what that.
It wasn't better than SummerSlam.
No.
Like SummerSlam was better than All In. Forget WrestleMania. SummerSlam was better than All In.
All In had its really good highs and it had its real lows. Like, surprisingly, Monet and Willow was probably outside of the main event the best match of the night.
Second best match of the night for sure, sir. I agree with that. I like the Osprey match, and I know everyone went wild for it, and the emotion of the moment, great. But even you said, like, it wasn't the best Osprey Kenny match.
No.
It felt short. It felt like it got cut off. It felt like it ran out of time. It felt like we never got to really celebrate the moment. Darby Kevin Knight was good. Same old shit. I don't think anyone went ecstatic for it.
Well,
Cage.
my real quick, my issues with that is Old Man Sting. We didn't need
Yeah.
that, and it's cool, yeah. But what did it really contribute outside of hey, his kid's about to be on Dynamite,
Mhm.
and the Darby stuff has gotten so watered
Stale.
down and everything that him falling off the scaffold, doing the coffin drop off the scaffold on the stage, we didn't even react to it. We just
No.
sort of just and moved on and was talking
Yeah.
about something else.
Here he goes. The monthly let's try and kill Darby spot. It lacked the excitement. It lacked anything interesting. The tag match. Some people were going insane about this tag match. I don't know what your feelings are, but I thought the match was okay.
I wasn't a big fan of it. It just was there, and especially more of what stunk on it onto me at the end of it was like we've talked about, and I crashed out on it yesterday. Of you just brought out all your cool toys that coulda, shoulda, woulda been in there in that moment. Like why did the new level, which they were one of the biggest highlights of that whole show, why
Mhm.
didn't the new level debut in that match? Why did they have to debut in the trios belts?
Yeah, I don't know why you called it. I thought it would have been amazing if you had four tag teams. Like your MCMG was already signed. That's not a big, like people are acting like, oh, that was such a big moment. MCMG signed a month ago. We know they're there. They just because we haven't seen them and they brought them out. Great, wonderful.
Right?
The story was level up. It was the new day. It was the new level. I thought I think it's huge. Now, a lot of people have to go back and delete old tweets and posts about how garbage and how stale and they're so sick of the unicorns, who, as of last night, love it.
It is a big get though, and it is.
Yep.
I think it's going to be one of those that even beyond what they do in ring, what they do PR wise, what they can do as far as having influence or anything backstage and potentially that locker room, I think is going to have just as big of an impact
Yeah.
as they'll have on screen. I think on screen, you're going to see a lot of people that remember where the New Day and oh, they're over there now. Let me at least
Mhm.
watch a show. Let me see something. That might
Let me
be
see a
one
match.
that could actually jump you
Yep.
over. Well, you probably watched that trios match because it was on YouTube. No,
Yeah.
well, they didn't debut until the pay per view. Did that sell a pay
Well,
per view?
yeah, it's still a pay per view. I don't like to listen. I think the whole starting the show with a match that bleeds into the start of the show without like a proper start is bad form, bad look, bad vibe. Do it on a shitty pay per view. Do it on Dynasty. Do it on World's End. Don't do it on All In. And then I think the story was Hangman and Brodito being challenged by Swerve and two friends. They never even met up. They were gone. They were ships passing in the night. Like, how do you do that? And why are all these other jobbers on this? Like, 21 people in this match is asinine.
You almost could have still done separate but equal of this. I still with if you're going to bring out Motor City Machine Guns, FTR, all of that, who was already in the UK. Could you have not done just like a ladder match,
Right?
multi-team ladder match? Then the Bucks can do their Hardy impression with Edge and Christian. You can do
Yeah.
beyond the TLC, and you can have the trios belts. This is the most they've gave a shit about the trios belts in quite some time.
Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah, I would agree. Like just a habit of you put a belt on somebody and then put them in another division. I don't love it. Um, Let me think. As far as Maya World was decent.
But that
The
was
Gauntlet
pre-show.
match.
That was pre-show. You had the Brawling Birds versus
Yeah.
the Divine Dominion.
Okay.
That
We'll
was
look at that.
meh.
Meh. The collision match.
Moxley
Guinness was
versus
boring
Nigel.
as shit.
I did like the finish.
Yeah, okay. Okada Fletcher Takeshita disappointed me, and Okada winning I think is a terrible choice. And the men's gauntlet match was not good. So I don't know how anyone can give this an A plus. What am I missing?
Okay, can I give it a B plus then at least? Can I give it a
How?
7.5 out there? I still like because
How?
of the highs that you had out there, like Kenny and Osprey, as much as it may have not been their best match. It was still best match of the weekend, best match of the night out there,
Okay.
easily. And that whole no other show had me out there choked up, holding back tears on stream.
Yeah,
You
I mean,
have
fair
that, and
enough.
then the Willow Monet match right
Okay.
behind that, and everything. You had
Okay.
the new level. I think it had more, as
So
much as it had skippable moments, it had more replayable moments.
what are
Britt
but
Baker
what
was
were
still the
replayable
pre-show.
moments? What were the replayable moments? We had two out of 13 matches. I don't know how we get a higher rating than 5 or 6. I don't see it as a B plus. Like, they missed the mark on almost everything they delivered, including MJF not being in the main event is still a problem. I think All In being the grand finale of it all was a fail, was a miss.
So
It
then, which show wins
under-delivered.
out for the three of them for you?
I don't. Again, I mean, I didn't fully get to watch the other two because we're watching a huge show.
Mm.
I think if you look at them in a microscope and rate them on what did I gave you 6 really good matches, and I give that show 8 out of 10. I mean, I don't know if one's better than the other, but as far as offering a product that didn't have shit on it, like what was the bad match on Heatwave?
What was the super memorable match on
The
Heatwave?
Fatal 4-Way people loved. On AAA, I mean, people are still talking about the triple threat match, which was outstanding. The main event was outstanding. Like the debut of El Carcinero or Roxy's boyfriend. Like, so there was
Yeah.
stuff there. And again, like, it's weird to compare All In to these two shows. It really is hard to do. Like, if we want to make a fair comparable, let's compare it to SummerSlam, and SummerSlam was much better.
Well, I'll give you that, but I also do think that out of the three shows that we got, All In was still the best out of the three. There was still a lot that I did like on it, even if it wasn't exactly full matches or anything. They had more moments that I'd want to watch, and it did. I agree, it had more lows, but I think it just had more highs too. Like again, Omega versus Osprey still mops the floor, I think, with any match that you've named.
Yeah, probably, and as it should. It's the
And
main
granted,
event
yes, I
of
give
the
you it
marquee
should,
show.
but it's still.
Like, it should. It should have. But it wasn't as rating them against themselves. It wasn't the best Kenny Osprey match ever. Just the ending and
I
the
think we
emotion of
both
it.
agreed that it wasn't the best AEW pay-per-view so far of this year.
Yeah, I think that's, and then again, I think that's a fair assessment. I think they've done better jobs this year, and that's more to my point. Um, Yeah, I mean, again, and it's so hard to compare it to like a Heat Wave, right? It's Heat Wave. It used to be a Tuesday show. Zarya Kali killed it. Ren St. Clair killed it. The Vanity Project, Miles Bourne, Tavian Heights. That was an okay match. Nothing to remember other than the Vanity Project's winning all the belts. Jade and Natty, super good. Again, not going to beat Kenny, and as they shouldn't. Kenny and Will.
I wouldn't.
Lonnie
Well,
Jordan,
I was
I,
just
I
say I
thought was.
wouldn't say it beats Monet and Willow.
I think Kalani and Kendall beats Monet and Willow. If you go watch that
I
match,
don't.
they dusted it, man. They dusted it. It was a faster paced match. It was a better done match. It was less botchy, less slippery. It was go watch that match again. I think the Kalani match
There, I will
murdered.
concede the point, Your Honor. But yeah,
But Jackson Drake against Miles, it was okay. You know, again, Drake
well,
gets a
this is
win.
where we even missed
Fatal
the
4-Way was
turn
fun.
because we were watching All In.
Yeah, it's true. It's hard to say. And then All In should dunk on those two shows, is all my point is. But I think at the end of the day, it just, based on every All In I've ever seen, based on all the pay-per-views I've seen by AEW, to me, this was like a C. Yes, the high was super high, but you had so much boring bullshit on that show. And all people want to talk, well, we had this moment, though. The New Day showed up and won a trios title and then threatened to win the tag title. Isn't that crazy? You put them on you put them in a pre-show match with 7 other teams, and then they showed up in the other division. Like, okay, that's a good way to do that. That's how I would do it.
Well, I can concede some recency bias, and I would say that Your Honor, it's not been the best. I wouldn't say it was the best All In that they've ever had,
No,
but I do still. It was my favorite show of the night.
as it should be, and that's fine.
Well,
I
and
mean,
that's
I
I
liked it.
think that sums up everything, though. Is it should be the favorite? It should
Yeah.
win. It's Michael Jordan at an AAU tournament out there. You
Yeah.
should win.
Yeah, your main event is in Wembley. Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega, And I mean, you're going up against, the Fatal 4-Way in NXT, which was huge and people liked it a lot. A lot of people mad about Waller winning, but I think it's hilarious.
Hey, all the New Day are all champs now.
That's
The
true.
newest rendition of the New Day are all champs right now, by the way.
I hadn't even thought of it. It's so good. But transitioning. That's last night. That's the 3 shows. All 3 shows had their positives. I recommend watching them all. Again, I still love what AAA is doing right now. But tonight, Roman returns. It is a tape show. What we can tell you officially is that Roman will be here. The tournament comes down to Penta and Phoenix. We kind of knew it was going to. This should be a cooker of a match. Chad Gable will speak. IC title, Roxanne and Soul. And then that's all officially that's out there. There's more.
On one hand, they're doing a better job of we won't announce enough so it can get spoiled.
Right.
But at the same time, what they have announced, you want to tune in for.
Yeah, and before we get to the chat, folks, we see you out there. Keep blowing us up. Be a friend, tell a friend. We always do roll call. We always say hello to the chat. Last thought before we transition there, Nick. I've always defended WWE taking breaks and having the holidays and all that good stuff. I think a lot of wrestlers appreciate it. I understand the importance of work-life balance, giving the wrestlers a little time to breathe. I get it.
You're saying that's coming off of vacation.
Right? I'm coming off my own vacay. I support it fully. The WWE has to find creative ways to not do nothing for 4 shows. They got to find creative ways to not mail in all of these. You got to find creative ways, whether it's pre-tapes and vignettes that the fans don't see, that you get to see when they air, or, fuck it, we are going to spoil something. Like, we're going to let everyone know that we find Jacob Fatu before they even see it, because we want people to tune in. We can't just mail in 5 shows in a row.
Is that not you named the example of what they've essentially done, though, with tonight and everything. For those who don't know, and I still don't know if I'm early enough in the stream to where I can say what he says. He says, I'm coming for all you MFers and all of that. And instantly, that's the one and only clip that I've seen get out from Raw.
Yeah.
And it's also been the most talked about thing that's happened and everything, because, oh my God, can you believe he said it? If it felt back like the Attitude Era and yada, 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 did they really cut off his mic? Oh, we're getting back to the real Jacob Fatu. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. Because no matter what the real answer is, it's worth talking about. Whether he did it and got fined, or whether they knew he was going to do it and they pretend to find him, doesn't matter. That's the beauty of using kayfabe properly in 2026. That's how you do it. You put out shit there where, could be true. Could be not true.
Absolutely. But I think they've also done a good job of, to an extent, funneling of what gets out.
Yeah.
Like SmackDown was already taped 2. Only one thing has been kind of floated around with that, being honest. Mm-hmm. The same thing like with Raw. Only one thing really got floated around. Yeah. Nothing else has really been out there. Like, we all assume we know what happens when it comes to Penta and Phoenix. We don't know what happens when it comes to Penta versus Phoenix, even on a tape show.
Yeah, I actually don't know the answer, so it's kind of funny. But no, I like it. I challenge them, like, and, it's when we talk about them going over to Europe, and like the Europe shows are not going to do anything big. They'll wait. They got to shake those. They got to shake those charges. They got to, oh yeah, you don't think we're going to do something? Watch this, and we'll let it go all around that we have a new IC champion or whatever it is, and make sure you fucking tune in to see it. So that would be my recommendation. Is not all the time, but you can't just mail all these in.
You can't punt every episode. You can't punt 4 episodes in a row.
Yeah, like run one back. But on better and bigger and fun news, speaking of all the new champions, because there was a ton of new champions yesterday, Todd, I think this is Todd's first belt. I could be wrong, but Todd is the new predictions champion. Congrats to him. Ronan sliding in at number 2, Reader coming in at 3. Reader snake bit. Like, he's the bridesmaids of all bridesmaids.
He wins all fantasy, so you can have one or the other. You can't have both. You can't win everything around here.
Ronan, a guy that's always in our top 3 of the chatters out there. So shout out to Ronan getting in there, but a really solid performance. I think it was 39, 38, 37 was the points. So Pretty damn good.
Let's go.
So congrats, Mr. Todd. And Zach is kicking us off tonight with National Zoo Awareness Day. So you just have to be aware of the zoo today. You don't have to go to it.
Them. Be aware that zoos exist.
Right. Kevin, welcome back. Garrett. And quickly, before I forget, speaking of names and it just light bulb moment, I need to take a minute. I got to shout out my kid brother, Stevie out there. He's not going to see this. He's busy right now. But him and his awesome wife, Skylar, said, welcome to a beautiful baby boy this afternoon. So shout out to little Sonny. Your little paisan, he's going to be Sonny. So Sonny has joined the Wrestling for Life Network family. Again, he probably won't see this, but I still feel necessary to shout out to the world. I'm an unk again.
There you go. I was waiting for my moment. I was like, when do I politely clap now at this up there? So it's always sunny in Toronto.
Right.
You're officially quadrupled up now, I think, on unk status out there.
Right. I think that's
we're officially the unks of the wrestling
two nephews, two
content
nieces.
Creator realm out there.
Right. Let's go. Unk status. Let's go, Eric. How you doing? Welcome back. All the birthdays. Richard Gere. Wow. Jeff Hardy, Athena, and Mickey James Aldis. Happy birthday to you.
Why isn't Athena on TV? Dear Tony, please put Athena on TV.
Right. Oh, I mean, she could have at least been sitting next to Thekla during the show.
That's the thing. Well, we haven't even gone into that.
We're going to get there.
That's heel on heel. Yeah.
Looking forward to Penta versus Phoenix. I think everybody is. Damien, the leader of the Hopium tribe. C Money, always a pleasure, sir. We meet again. This one's for you.
Hello, my friend. We meet again. Been a while. See, now you can listen officially. We are sponsored. We are the Unk Rock Band out here.
Unk Rock Band. Let's go. We got to create the Unk Rock playlist.
Facts.
Kevin, welcome back. Dro, that's how you do it. Folks, click the bell. We're working on new things. Some of these shows are at wonky times. Click the bell so you don't miss out. You always want to see when we go live. Don't forget, if you're on our Discord, it will notify you when we go live. So do that as well. Go check out the Discord, the Facebook, all the things.
The Twitch, the merch store, the Twitters, the Instagrams, the Facebooks. We got the Facebook pages too. We got everything out there.
Facebook page is cooking. I'm just checking to see if they're giving me a countdown. I doubt it. But
one of those lovely, C-spot run of trying to figure out where we're at.
Right. Ronan, there you go. All in London has come and passed. New champions were crowned, including the Grandmaster Ariel Assassin Will Ospreay after defeating Kenny Omega. Now it's your turn. And I want to be clear. Kenny will killed it. It was a good match. And a lot of people are going to criticize it for certain things. It was fun. I was into it. The crowd was into it. I don't want to sell them short. I just feel like they were like a cherry on a shit sundae.
I just want everyone to shut up with the comparison of Will coming out to Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam from a year ago, because you're ruining my joyful moment of Ospreay coming out. Because even after the show, I had to turn around and show the missus the video package and everything,
right?
And still cried again watching it. That's why number one in your hearts out there. That was such a cool moment to me. And then everyone keeps talking about, well, he just did Cody Rhodes. He's missing a dog. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Right.
Let me have this.
I do think the curfew messed them up at the end, because I do think we should have got a little more of
there's
pyro.
A rumor going around that people were told backstage, don't you go over in time and cut into theirs.
Well, yeah, but I agree with that. But it did feel like they were up against the match was shorter than I anticipated. I think it was shorter than a lot of people anticipated, and it wasn't the big hoopla celebration. Now, people in the building got it, but we went off the air pretty fast.
Well, you got the weird, you didn't get it, but I got it to where they went away and then they came back, and then that's when they hugged and he put the belt on him and everything like that. So certain people got that, certain people didn't, which might lead to your theory.
Right. And I think it's interesting that Kenny just snapped back into normal after being maniacal for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Did you say shenanigans? What's up, everyone? Looking forward to Raw tonight and looking forward to another season of Buckeye Ball. The starting Julian Super Saiyan for my Ohio State Buckeyes. All right. Lots going on in there. But welcome back, Christian, Kevin, Dustin, welcome. Z-Man Scar, let's go. Safid, always a pleasure. Xbox in the house, let's go. X-Pac Heat from my couch, I love it. That's a good name. That's a solid name, sir.
That's a great name.
And the avatar, of course. Almighty Pop, welcome back, sir. Paul, hey, yo. Paul's going to be on me tonight. I know me and Paul are going to grind each other's gears tonight, I think. But John's back with us. JP, how you doing, buddy? Bernard, more Paul. Look, see, everything's so bad. We're ready. Ready. Let's go. Triple H, rinse and repeat. I'm so out of the loop, and when it comes to wrestling, I couldn't spoil milk. Facts, right?
Which is not a bad thing at all out there, trust me. And the whole, everything's bad, all of this. Like, for all accounts and purposes, it feels like for the most part, most people have been saying Triple H has been kind of cooking. We've talked about that. I still swear he took Ari Emanuel and stuffed him into a fucking closet somewhere and said, hey, you listen to me. I am the game. It's all about how you play it. I am the cerebral assassin.
Right.
This is what we do. Let me do what we do.
It was,
sorry.
Go.
Did you see Cena saying not a con out there, not a Tony, not a Nick could pay to get me back?
Yeah. And he's been steadfast, and I believe him. He's a man of his word. You'll see. He'll do the random things. He'll show up for a stupid tournament that they tried to pop a rating with the announcement on. Boo-hoo to you guys. That was terrible. But, yeah, and I still don't quite get this tournament, how it's going to plan out. But, he'll make his appearance.
He says we know, but we don't know.
Yeah, he is done. He does not want to take any more bumps. I don't think he liked some of the bumps he took while he was here for the last year.
I've heard some people start to, and I don't want to throw this out there, but I've heard some people say that if the way you see him now walk and everything, if he even said, he was having issues, towards the last couple of matches. So I think he just physically at this point can't do it anymore.
Yeah, man.
Still have not to be respectfully a broken shell.
No, but I mean, again, he was a big body. He had been working, powerlifting and shit like that for a long time. That's a lot of wear and tear on your body. Yeah, sure, he's jacked and there was a bunch of muscle, but a lot of bumps, a lot of, and then he goes into Hollywood and there's weight fluctuation and things change. You get older. Time is undefeated, guys. Time is undefeated. So it catches up on all of us. We all start noticing when the stairs get a little bit harder to get up. Like, it's a shit thing. But it happens. No matter what kind of shape you're in, it creeps up on you. So I think right now where he's in a place where he does walk around, maybe a little more ginger, but he's at that point where I can do movies. I don't have to be in pain. And I don't have to make whatever I got wrong worse.
Oh, absolutely. Well, and that's why I think Dwayne's kind of at that too.
Right. For me, All In was decent, good pay-per-view. Still the best of the three shows, but it was bad for an All In. I like that.
That's the best way to put it.
I like that. I think that's fair. And again, I somehow, it kind of is the best of the three shows by almost default.
Right. But
yeah.
No, it'd be that time. So I don't know if we want to hit play.
I'm waiting. They delay it. I don't know why
I've got to play, so I'll hit a play.
Okay. You hit play. You just roll. I'll catch up to you.
Fair enough. Then, for anyone syncing up.
Yeah, you sync up with Nick, folks.
Yeah. I guess I get to lead this ship. Now.
Yeah, the Canadian side of
Canada.
Struggling. NXT Heatwave blew the doors off All In London. Damien, I love it. I love it.
You can't say that. You can't say that.
It had more good matches.
You can say it was a better show. You can't say it blew the doors off it.
But technically, it had better matches. If they had 5 really good matches, that's more really good matches than All In. No.
Hey, we're already on site with KU, Nat. Hobbs is already smashing through a windshield with a goddamn crowbar, taking out the Usos.
Oh wait, is that last week?
Which they got here. This is not last week. This is
me, not you.
Oh yeah, fair enough. But no, Jay's face is already blurred. Why?
Jay's face is blurred?
Yeah, it was blurred.
Okay.
Yeah, they're blurring his face. That must mean Jay got busted open. But yeah, so They got here in a goddamn car chase, and this is how we're starting off Monday Night Raw.
I like
the camera keeps looking like it's CCTV footage, but it's not. There's a whole camera team in there. Jacob.
Jacob's livid.
The steady lead pipe that's always there. Now OT, they're all. Who's driving the car? Because they're all leaving on the side of the car.
Who's driving?
That's a hell of a way to start, but good golly, Miss Molly.
I think it's playing. All right.
I have Testator and Barrett.
Congrats to Todd. Shout out Todd. Good start, though, for a tape show, I guess.
Interesting as hell. Well, you weren't even here as we cut back to it, but you weren't here last week for Key Unit showing up.
Yeah.
And that was some of the best stuff on Monday Night Raw, to where they just took out everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Yeah, like I heard like Cornette talk about it and such, and I just get confused because a guy like him, to me, should know better in the sense of, like, he talks all about the rock and roll, but they weren't the rock and roll on when they started. You know, they had to debut. So the first time you saw them, they come out and drop kick somebody, people in the crowd go, who the fuck are those guys? So that's what happened with OTM. They come out and annihilate everybody, and people go, who the fuck are them? I don't think that's about, like, how do you introduce new people if people have to know everybody? Like, so I don't get it.
Well, it's interesting to me because OTM, as I've been a fan of them, as Sol Ruka's coming out right now.
You have.
But OTM skipped the line a little bit. They weren't champions at any point in NXT or anything. They weren't the top of the scene, the top of the card or anything. We were up there. We joked for the longest time that Jada Parker moved past them. So, yeah, they blurred out Jay's bloodhead. And now Jimmy's got blood, too, somewhere. So they're blurring out.
So, is WWE up in their game? We got bleeders out the gate tonight?
Well, it's interesting. Does that not feel like some attitude-ary stuff of, like, when I see what's on site and putting a crowbar through a windshield?
We got a bleeder!
That's good shit.
Sat there and rolled in like it came in with a car chase.
What do you have on your screen right now, sir?
Sol Ruka in the ring.
In the ring. Okay.
Cleveland, DoorDash.
Cleveland, DoorDash.
Sponsored. All day, on the block, folks. In the hood. You ever go night-night?
Reminder, folks, we are going through roll call. We will say hello to as many people as possible. Again, congrats to Todd, as it says on the screen. No spoilers. Nick and I are going to play a little.
Coming out right now.
Yeah, ditto.
There we go.
So that's pretty good. But yeah, follow along at home. It's going to be a little wobbly with matching up the Netflix pre-tape and what Nick has, so I don't get like buck wild and ahead of everybody. But we're rolling, and your IC champ is here.
It's all because we got to cross the Lake of America out there. It used to be the Lake of Ontario. It's all because we got to cross the Lake of America.
The Lake of America. You dumb bastards. Congratulations.
Google already has it. Google already has it. Google Maps.
Yeah, I heard they had to reprint a bunch of maps. Somebody spelled something wrong. It's a mess. Like,
but no,
not
this
even.
This is super interesting to me that they're blurring.
I think this is
bullshit. One company that encourages that Sky Blue is out there broadcasted gushing, and Jey Uso has a little bit of a trickle, and they blur it.
You might as well not do it because it, like, this is Netflix. And if you're, what about the children? The children can watch anything they want. I know, the parents got a code. Sure they do. All right, buddy.
Yeah.
But come on, if you're going to do it, do it. And it's Netflix. Play it. Play it as it is. Up the ante. Say things like mofo and let it fly. Like, you know what I mean. But you know what I mean? Like, this is Netflix. I get it. You have your sponsors. But go get better sponsors.
Well, you also don't do it every week or anything like that. So when you do it, it matters. Like, I bet you if this wasn't taped, we'd see that.
Yeah. Yeah, if it was live, they'd have to give it to us, I think. So
now I wonder if the line from Jacob's going to get cut out.
Yeah, probably.
If they cut out that, which that should be one of those, hey, we're on Netflix, that shit flies a little bit out there.
Yeah, I don't mind. Listen, if you have you don't want to beep out him saying, MFer, but again, we grew up in an era where the signs were everywhere. People were going insane. There was cursing. There were weird angles. A lady gave birth to a hand. Like, stop treating everyone like fucking children. Like, we coddle everything so much.
Oh, we got Jacob already. Yeah. So we're getting this. Yeah.
How are they going to handle it? Real right here. I like the new. Yeah. What's up, Paul? Nothing like pizza with coal. I love it. Dynamite has the best tag team division in all wrestling now. I said it, Damien.
Yo, I want the bloodline. Oh, you.
I think he's behind it, dude. I think he's behind it.
I don't get that theory.
I think he's behind it. I think he's been up to no good. I've been saying it for weeks. He's been up to no good. But he's so mad. I don't know.
That's the thing. They blurred him saying it.
Yeah.
They bleeped him saying it and blurred his mouth so you couldn't mouth read.
Yeah.
Or lip read.
And then you put out
I don't get why it would make sense for him to be behind it after he's the one that did that to Royce Keys.
He's the
reason Royce Keys is mad.
Because he was just doing what Roman told him, and he doesn't want to be with Roman. Remember, Roman stopped him last week.
Listen,
they told him to stay in the back. They told him not to come out here.
I got to almost murder Anthony to prove my allegiance to be with Anthony out here. What is he saying? Like he's out there almost. He was bleeding.
He follows his orders. He had to follow his orders. He had to do what he's doing. But he ain't happy about it
either. He follows those orders to a T.
Even Fishy. How did he Suge Knight this? How is he the only one that got out of the car without catching a stray? What happened?
Because he wasn't in the car. He wasn't in the car.
He should have been. He should have been. But I don't know.
Suge Knight was at least in the car. Suge Knight
right?
Straight.
Exactly. Actually, Suge did catch it straight now that I think about it. But no, just a random theory. And again, we'll see. He seems very angry at them, but he also had that issue with Roman
twice and everything. He seems very angry at that.
He seems upset.
the whitest shit I've ever heard.
Right?
You're very angry. That angry.
You seem slightly elevated. Can we help you in some way?
As Soul goes up over the top, but we do have Soul versus Raquel going on. But yes.
Remember, folks, no poll, no, you don't have to tell us who you think's gonna win. Just think it to yourself tonight.
Everyone just have a quiet moment to yourself.
Right. New level shit name. Why not level up? I thought level up, but I think the new level fits with the jam real well.
Because you can still do New Day Rocks. New level. New Day Rocks. New level. That's why.
Level up. Yeah, I guess. I got you.
Level up.
It's a little clunky. I get it. Again, you got to pull
the
over.
Cheerleaders out here. We need the song sing.
We got to keep it as WWE as possible so the fans like them.
Just maybe.
KJ and Big Nick are the best. Thank you, Kevin. Paul, we got you. Dale, how you doing, buddy? The OG in the house. Guardian, because Level Up is trademarked as a YouTube channel. Facts. I'm agreeing with that. I don't even know if it's true. Probably, though.
Up, up, down, down, I thought would have been that. Level Up. Oh, yeah, no, Level Up was the WWE, the NXT runoff and everything before Evolve. That's what it was.
AEW has like 10 teams on the roster. I've been saying for months that Tony Khan has the absolute opportunity to dunk on tag team wrestling. All he has to do is book it. Now, he showed us what he has, and it's great. You want to show me what's in the buffet, but if you ain't going to let me eat, it means nothing.
I'm the best chef in the world. See, I got filet, I got lobster, I got shrimp, I got this, I got that, I got everything out there. But I ain't gonna cook with it. I'm gonna make you a hamburger and some hot dogs. What?
Oh, Soul stretching out, Raquel. This is unique.
No. I have Soul, Moonsault, Nobody Home, outside, crossbody from Raquel.
Yeah,
I'm going to a commercial, so perfect timing.
I'm also.
I've got a crossbody that goes into a commercial.
There you go.
So whenever you get them quite tight on Raquel after a crossbody, the outside.
Perfect. So as soon as you come back, I'm waiting. My buddy Ringside, and not gonna lie, I wasn't into the Kenny match. I don't get Kenny. Kenny. What?
I'm still have the action going. Like I thought we're still good. Okay.
So what do you have now?
I have Soul and Raquel, Soul throwing blows in the ring.
Okay, let's go. Let's get this
Did
over.
They just completely get rid of commercials on all of this.
Yeah, so Anthony's not a Kenny guy, and a lot of people say this, that they don't quite get him. I just find him unsafe. He overacts. I don't get the crazy eyes for 2 weeks. The build to this main event, this whole situation has been garbage. And I agree with Anthony. I struggle at times with Kenny, though he can wrestle.
A lot of, I will respectfully say, of like the Kenny Ospreay stuff very much.
So
Especially Kenny stuff plays to your Kenny fan going in. I don't think Kenny Omega's garnered many new fans that just found Kenny. You've been a fan of Kenny since like New Japan.
Right.
That's what I'll say respectfully.
Yeah.
So I can give you that. I got a knee from Soul for a 2 count.
Yeah, right there with you, bro.
Fair enough. So we just somehow found the magic key. It's all because of the Lake of America. We all gathered at the lake.
This man loves it. He's like, he had to go look it up and be like,
I didn't know about it until you said it, and now I know. We're going down by the lake.
Shit. The guy's crazy. He's just going to name everything so then it means something.
And he's in charge of my country. But yes.
It's crazy. The place is burning down, and he's like, I'm going to change.
We didn't start the fire.
What are you doing,
it was always burning.
You know what? Put the fire out, fix the roof, maybe, you know, fix the walls, get rid of the termites, and you know.
We don't say walls because remember we were going to build a wall. We didn't build a wall.
But yeah, you know, fix the house up before, I don't know, pulling the weeds in the yard.
We're tearing down the house. We're we're literally tearing down wings of the house, but we're moving on before I'm going to get in trouble.
Leave our lakes alone. Go ahead, Cook.
No, you're good. You know, I see 316 out here as Roxanne. So how is this not a disqualification? Jesse
they haven't struck her yet. They have to strike her.
She struck them.
That's not a DQ.
Bah.
They don't get in trouble for getting hit.
How you get disqualified from a fight? You just got your ass beat in.
Listen, the traditionalist or like a territory guy, you know, the gyms of the world are going to say the minute you get the interaction with the outside people in front of the ref, the match gets thrown out. I don't like that.
Lyra assists.
Dude, Lyra's, I don't care what anyone says. Lyra's killing it. Now she's dirtier. Chimney-roo.
You know, Luna Lovegood out there. I didn't know they were making a new Harry Potter movie out there. Or
Sweeney
something.
Todd,
she looks like fucking Wednesday Addams.
Sweeney Todd.
Helena Bonham Carter.
Exactly.
Tim Burton, eat your fucking heart out.
Shit. Oh, so she goes for the soul snatcher, and Lyra says, "Snatched you, bitch!" And down she goes. That was cool how she kind of pushed her into it, though.
Well, that's enough that Jess was distracted with, you know, the Judgment Day on the outside. And how did Mercedes win? Willow didn't tap or pass out. Aubrey fucked that finish up.
Nay.
Yes, Your Honor. That when she sat there, like you could see it as Monet was trying to like stomp on the hands, and that's going to be where she calls it off. Well, it's even like respectfully why I say Ospreay versus Omega wasn't their best match because it should have been a referee stoppage as soon as he's hitting the elbows to the back of the head and he pulls them off.
Yes,
you had clunky shit like that. Like Kenny can do the fighting spirit kick out at one time. The second you do it 2 times, you've done it too much.
Yeah. And I think that's where I struggle as a wrestling fan. As a long-time wrestling fan, the idea that I have to overlook things like that match should have ended in a referee stoppage, and it kept going. Like, those things irk me, right? Like, and I feel like some people out there, if one company has a moment like that, you minus all the points. It was a 0. But if another company does it, they can do it 2 or 3 times, still a 7-star match. Still the best. Like, you're asking me to overlook things. And I think a lot of fans, to their credit, completely look over, like, the New Day. Why did that happen the way it did? Why did the Gauntlet match go down the way it did? Why did Willow end the way it did? Willow should have maybe won because I think Willow's the bigger star. The bigger ticket seller.
Broken hand.
I thought it was, like, kayfabe hand.
No.
And you can wrestle with a bad hand. I think they made it up so people weren't mad.
You don't get invited to TK's free pizza Fridays out there.
the hotel
See,
night.
I
They're
get
popping.
invited. I'm Nico the Sicko. That's why that when I'm out here for Dynamites, they end at 10:01, and they end a
Right.
nice little video package to send me out of there and all of that.
Right.
You got to be there for the free pizza Fridays, as we're getting the video package.
Nick, get out your tissues. They're getting sentimental again. As they're going deep.
That you can't tell me that video package wasn't.
It was
dope.
so good. It was his mom. The minute his mom started reading, I was like, oh man,
I didn't even know it was his mother. I just
it's
heard
his mom. It was mom.
You what, mate?
But his mom did the narration. So as a bit of a mama's boy, I was like, oh, that's crazy good. And that's what I said. The emotions were real and genuine. And I wish they didn't make this story so messy. I wish they didn't make the story so meh. Like
Would that have hit better if it was against an MJF who was a dastardly heel and had tried to put him out and then sat there and almost broken his neck and everything and went full devil instead of comic book DC villain Kenny Omega.
Right? Like, what would have been better? Like, just before we even thought about it, what's better as a heel, MJF or Kenny? What are we doing?
And for everybody that wants to mark out of, they did
That's
a
so
Kenny
cool.
match and an Ospreay match again, and they love each other and all of this. That's great, but let's not act like MJF can't have an amazing match too.
He had a better match. Like MJF had a better match than that match with Ospreay.
Right.
The MJF Ospreay match was way better than last night.
But the 60-minute time limit, that could have done a fucking Broadway.
Let's go.
That could have sat there and started it. Fuck your timeline. Fuck your curfew.
Yeah, on the go home show they had, you have like MJF come out and hey Will, fuck your mom, like be the dick that he is, and like lay into him, and then tell all the British people how much they suck, and da da da. You don't want them kind of like half cheering, and I'm not saying you can't do it. I just think you could have had that, like it just could have been so much bigger than it was. Great moment. Oh look, the replay.
Right. So, and Anthony, what up? I see you.
I like what they're doing with these guys. How do you feel?
Absolutely.
Like everyone was bitching.
My wrist gleaming, my
right.
T-shirt is done.
Everybody was bitching that Royce wasn't doing anything, and then they put him on the shelf. They bring him back with a gang, and
he just sat there and actually caught it on Twitter today. And yes, we still call it Twitter. Of that, to where he put out there just a gif of "I will not be ignored."
Yeah. It's so good, and he seems better as a heel. Like he seems like he's looser.
For a good chunk of him being in AEW.
Yeah, he seems looser, like more comfortable out there being that guy with the snarl. Like I like it, and everybody's got to start somewhere.
But see, I don't mind him being the leader. I know everybody has that theory that I just don't get of Jacob being the leader or something, the secret hand behind it. I like Keys being the actual one behind it, and could you even get like team of three, or something like that for War Games.
Right. Yeah, you could. You really could. It's very interesting. Folks, we are way behind in the chat, so I'm going to rapid fire through some names and such. Nick, if you see anything kind of big, but Jordan's with us, Samuel's with us, Jose, always a pleasure. Hope you are doing well, sir. Let's go. See Money, Joe Lewis, just for educational purposes. I like that drop in the chat. That was funny, Jose. Paul's with us. Lyra needs to be on Neutrogena commercials. Facts.
Interesting, I guess.
She looked like she just went swimming with bacon. Which, hey, I mean, why not?
What the most Canadian thing could be said right there.
Chad Gable speaks. Dun dun dun.
As I'm in I don't know if you have this. I got so confused because we didn't have to pause before, but I got a Mr. T thing.
Oh, the Mr. T Netflix. I'm looking forward to. I actually want to watch it. I pity the fool.
See, he was just outside of like my age bracket, like my childhood. A little bit of that. Yeah, I only September 8th. Not sponsored.
Right.
But, like I remember as we got Gable, but I remember him more from like the Rocky movies the most that I know him from.
Yeah.
Of a Pain. Yeah, what's your prediction for the fight? Pain.
Right.
Clubber Lang.
Send her over here. I'll show her a real man. Is that a stray? Probably. Lyra looks like a booger wolf goblin. I don't even know. I don't know if I've ever seen those three words together. Boston, what's up, buddy? How you doing? How you doing? Safit, Jose, Nair, always a pleasure. Let's go. So you say Kenny is dead, Big Nick? Is he
I
done?
mean, is that his retirement or anything like that, or his kind of like when
Maybe.
do we see Kenny again? Because I honestly start to wonder if you watched the way he took that one-winged angel from Osprey,
Yeah.
and then after everything, he's struggling with that same shoulder to even grab the belt to
Hmm.
hug Osprey, all of that. I wonder if he's legit hurt again.
He could be. And I mean, does he move into like you're not gone, but you're like Sting, where you'll show up on special occasions?
But that's what Kenny kind of honestly should be almost too at this point
Oh,
of should he be at least on a Roman Reigns schedule?
it's not funny.
Am I wrong of saying that's not a bad way to do it? I mean,
No,
Roman
not
has
at
his
all.
reasons, has his health reasons and
Right.
everything.
I was
Uh,
laughing at your caps comment.
oh, fair
Sorry.
enough, Ric Flair. You're out there sending private chats like Ric Flair.
Right. Going on break. Woo!
I'm going on Space Mountain. But Kenny should, with his health issues, I don't mind not seeing Kenny full time.
Yeah, no. Right, you bring him in once in a while, how depending on how he feels, and just the guy put miles on that body. And as much as I've had my criticisms of All In, I still think Kenny. I've watched Kenny have some unbelievable matches, unbelievable rivalries. The guy in his element is good at what he does, but he's not who he was. You got to find the other way to do this now.
Oh, absolutely. Well, that's why I'm saying of that he can go on a bit on that probably not exactly a Legends tour schedule, but on a on a sabbatical schedule.
Right? Albert. Yeah, you can talk about this. It's funny. They all lies.
There you go. You can read this while you lie down. But yeah. Spaz with a $5 super chat out there of best conspiracy today. WWE made TNA sign Leon Slater to an NDA, so we won't be able to talk about how WWE and TNA screwed Red Pro to bully TK. Why would that be a fucking theory? I've already seen everybody out there losing their minds of, well, it was TNA and it was Carlos and it was this that made Rev Pro fucking pull it. And then Rev Pro even said, no, we did it to avoid any goddamn headaches or anything. And the only people who are upset about it are the people who are watching it on my AW. It's just all want to be mad to be mad. That's what that whole thing is. But Bruiser, what up? But thank you, Spaz, for the super chat. And yeah, if it's, trust me, don't you worry. Anthony's probably been wound up. By the time we get to Thursday, he's going to be wound up for about 3 or 4 days to talk about that. So he's going to have some to unleash there. But Bruiser, why is Raw tape? Did I miss something? Raw is tape because they're going on the Latin American, South American tour, I believe, coming up. Like they're going into Mexico City and everything. So Gable's going to defend the IC belt in Mexico City versus he's going to bring one out right now. It's interesting. So Dragon Lee versus Chad Gable for the IC belt in Mexico City. Interesting. Going to be a good match. Is it a little interesting that Chad Gable, when he was a Grande Americano, well, on one hand, to some people was the biggest heel, on others was trying to be a babyface, but now he's like trying to be this sympathetic babyface, but we don't have much sympathy for him, if that makes sense. He should still, I at least feel like he should have some, I'm the best technical wrestler out there. If I'm still, goddamn Olympic this, collegiate that and everything. Not this, hat in hand, humble, Chad Gable. Ronan, what up? John C, OTM Shield. A bit. I saw somebody, and I think it was probably Bully, who said that they were like the Nexus. I think they very much did their Shield impression. of they did the trios power bomb through the table and everything. They kind of just took out everybody. But I do like them as a group, and I want them just as a trio, and I think it's a way to bring up both OTM and Keys. I don't think the second you add somebody else into that, like as a leader, like if Jacob's into that, he dwarfs everybody else then. So I wouldn't do that. Anthony, what will happen if a former WWE star is in AW will get inducted to WWE Hall of Fame? Or is Ethan Page coming out? I feel like is there not a current WWE Hall of Famer that showed up that's wrestles for AEW? Is Cope not already a Hall of Famer? Is Sting not already a Hall of Famer? I'm genuinely asking because I feel like there's enough crossovers that there could be at least one of them. Did the Hardys wrestle in AEW before or after they were WWE Hall of Famers? Jeff Jarrett's a Hall of Famer and still works for AEW, so there's that. There was the whole thing to where he thought that he would pretty much, well, he did have a job for a bit after he got into the Hall of Fame and then left. So looks like we're setting up Ethan versus Dragon Lee to see who faces Gable at Mexico City. You're gonna get your chance, Samuel. What up? Nah, I see you. X-Pac Heat. We're Mea Copas. We love you all. We somehow even talking for 7.5 hours yesterday. I think it's now we got our second wind about us, and now we need to like talk about it more. But no, appreciate everybody out there. I'm going to win the predictions title tonight. There you go. You got it. The match messed up because Nick gave Aubrey a yum. Maybe I threw her off. I threw off her trajectory on all of that. I think Big Nick should join us every Wednesday. Maybe TK will listen. Well, we'll see. How about this? If you help spread the good gospel and get more people to listen, more people to tune in, everything as much as we try to too, the more people we tune in and spread the good gospel, the easier it becomes, me to show up out there on the Mondays and everything like that. And I know I said Wednesdays instead of Wednesdays, but yes, it'd be like that. Joe, what up? Rebecca, I did not understand the tag team match at all. Which one? The Cope and Christian versus the Bucks? Are you talking Birds and Dominion? Or well, we haven't had a tag team match yet, I don't believe. So yeah, made me rack my brain through everything. Is this AW talk by dummies? No, we're talking about Raw, but okay. Right now, yeah, so we're going to get Ethan Page versus Dragon Lee, it seems. Right here, right now. So is Gable setting up this match, or do we get Pierce to come out here and make this official? If we can get a referee out here. So they are setting up Ethan versus Dragon Lee. Winner takes on Chad Gable for the IC belt in Mexico City. Which actually I could see both of these guys winning and challenging Gable. Both of these guys could be a future IC champ, I'd say. Samuel, I might be a magician. Well, if you were, I think you'd know. Just saying. Did they just cut out all commercials? I mean, hey, I'm not complaining. I think they did. Respectfully, I think they did. MDB, what up? I see you. Lady B had a comment earlier that I wanted to click on and I lost because I got talking and everything. The United States of Canada coming soon. Oh, it's downloading. It's very much downloading. We're just waiting for enough space on the Sony PlayStation 5 out there. Again, hashtag not sponsored. To Empire, gosh, I hope they don't do another pre-tape show on Netflix. The blurring and censoring is so cringe. Yeah, well, it's a little interesting. And Lady B, if I missed your comment, but I remember mostly of what you said out there. It seemed like Jay just got hit out the gate. Like they'd almost sold it like the second they parked or something, or the second Hans threw that goddamn crowbar. It threw glass at Jay or something and busted him open. He must have bladed in the front seat. But yeah, them having all of that blurred was just really weird. It was a good way to start it, but just why blur it? If you're gonna do it, just let them do it. Like, it's Netflix. Like, I can go off of this and go and watch what documentary out there. Like, I can go watch this or that out there that's adult entertainment and everything like that. Pause. But that is about Jeffrey Dahmer, O.J. Simpson. I could go watch about, I don't know, the Detroit Pistons or something. How many documentaries can I watch out there on Netflix? Meanwhile, Jay Uso has got a little bit of blood. Jimmy Uso had some blood on his hands, so we got to blur that out too. You know, if you really wanted to sell it with Jacob Fatu dropping a motherfucker out there, that's maybe one thing. But you even sat there and blurred his mouth so you couldn't lip read what he said, because will someone please think of the children? Why? Did Netflix go through the tape and edit stuff? Stick to streaming Netflix. Yeah, that's what it seems like. And I'm surprised. Normally, when we're out here and we're doing this, and it's fully, I get live and KJ gets taped, to where there'll be commercials and everything. It seems like they've just completely done away with that out there. So what was supposed to be probably a two, now we'll see how long WWE actually is with all the commercials trimmed out here. Now we'll get a full, value of what the amount of wrestling to commercials that they have, with how long this normally 2.5 hour show goes. 1, 2 count from Dragon Leon to Ethan. It's just interesting, and I've seen like how they had the whole story that already got debunked with ESPN about not being happy with WWE's numbers or wanting to cut ties. There's still been the conversation, is Netflix happy with WWE's numbers? But I mean, I think they're just a library of content. Of there's a vault for this, there's a vault for that. Rebecca, sorry, Big Nick, I meant the trios match at all. And fair enough. As now I got Dragon Lee went up over the top. Raw continues. Now we'll see. Do I get a commercial? Do we go right? Yeah, we're right back to the action. So there we go. There's your sync up points of if you're getting a commercial, how are you watching? Just bought an app, guys. An AP. Yeah, you know me. APA. Nick, today's show is 1 hour and 43 minutes. Ooh. So, as Ethan Page just dumped out Dragon Lee on the outside. Now, it will goes to the backbreaker instead of the butterfly DDT on the outside, does Ethan Page. If you're going at what Monday Night Raw at its bare bones is, 2 hour show. So if that's true, then that's 15 minutes of commercials, which isn't bad, as even with a 2 count. Now it's normally 2:15, 2:30. You can't exactly say there's an overrun because they don't have a definitive time limit or a point where they end the show, because they're normally streaming. But so is that saying that there's upwards of a half hour to 45 minutes of commercials every Monday Night Raw? We'll see. Well, it could be. That's an interesting thing. Yeah, I got 4 more commercials scheduled during this tape show. Really? Because I haven't had any, and I'm watching on Netflix in the USA, so I don't know where you got them from. But if you are, let me know how you watching them. German suplex, super kick. Maybe. I'm still getting commercials, says Guardian. Fair. Like, that's so weird. Because I still haven't gotten any. Like, honestly, are you watching on any platform besides Netflix? Because that's how I'm watching. I don't know if you got a VIP in or anything, but yeah. I've been commercial free out here. John C., keep in mind, graphic images like blood and gore can trigger people with severe mental illness. Yes, John, as someone who technically has a mental illness and everything like that, I get it. I get it. But there are warnings that you can put before a program out there. And it's not like that if that wasn't live, we wouldn't have got it. The only reason we didn't get it, it seems, is because it was taped. We've seen them get busted open and everything before. The rumors were out there that they blurred it and everything, but we watch everything live, so I haven't watched anything too much taped. Now that we're watching this and it's a tape show and they actually blurred it, why? That's my question. It's still just why. If you're going to do it, just do it. I get that it might do this and it might trigger that and everything like that. Have a warning before it. Sorry, but it's not like they do it, every week 5 times a night. They do it, once in a blue moon, and it sold the start of the show and the chaos of it. It became distracting to watch what was already a chaotic situation and then see random blurs as Dragon Lee up over the top with a Hurricane Rana on the page, sending him into the announce desk out there. Guardian, fair enough. This program is taped. Yes, it is MDB, but no, I'm out here selling just regular Netflix on the desktop. And was going for the dive on the page like he did on Phoenix. Or Phoenix did onto him last week. Either way. But Page cuts him off, throws him into Gable. Is John new? I don't know. It might be. Hi, John. If you're new here, hi. If you're not, hi. But no, make sure you be a friend, tell a friend. Again, spread the good gospel out there. We're ever so close. We're seeing old names and new names pop in and cohabitate and coagulate out there. So yeah, let's see if we can keep this thing growing out there to where we're almost at 13K. I'm starting to wonder if we could damn near reach 14K by the time 2026 closes out. Big Dog, what up? Program. Yes. MDB, yeah, let me give this the same respect I give TNA. Well, so then what? Does that make me Anthony because I'm the only one that's out here on Thursdays?
Did you just call yourself Anthony?
Turnbuckle, we got to expose Canadian.
Did you just call yourself Anthony?
I don't know, maybe. He was saying he treats this the same as respect as TNA, and I said, so does that make me Anthony because I'm the only one out here on Thursdays? As Dragon Lee just gets the win.
That was a really good match and a really big pop for Dragon Lee to win. I was watching and I really thought that was a good match, and I'm really happy, surprised a little that Dragon Lee has gotten such a pop. So it's gonna be Dragon Lee against Gable, but Ethan kind of got screwed, so Ethan's not going away.
Well, I could see both guys being future IC champs, but it does kind of make sense. Gable versus Dragon Lee, Mexico City. Lucha.
Yeah. Netflix blurs WWE but shows Narcos. Well, it's WWE's choice. If WWE said we're going to air blood, they would air the blood. Narcos, yeah, again, that's my issue is you put yourself on a platform with all this other entertainment that are, we got things exploding, we got violence, we got blood, we got gunshots, we got all these documentaries about everyone killing everyone. But so you kind of don't, because you said it best, Nick. They don't do it all the time, so when you do it, you don't really need to blur it. Like, okay, maybe your kid is a little upset today, but we don't do it a lot.
Be a parent.
Yeah, I don't know.
Your kid parent or talk to your child out there. But almighty, this was a great match. I hope at least got people to realize how good Ethan is, and Ethan versus Gable would be a banger. No, we know how good Ethan is, and that's why I think all parties involved are future IC champions.
Right. Sonny said it best, TVPG. Boo.
I actually love the Shield vibes from the Keys OTM segment. I don't think they need a leader outside of Keys.
Maybe not. And I don't know. I had a random theory, that's all.
Well, no, you weren't the only one that had that theory. I'd seen that floating around and everything.
Remember, I was in the woods, so I had
Well,
that theory.
yes. So you were out there ayahuasca tripping. Why can I
Right?
say
That's what
words?
came to me. Jake,
My brain froze up.
right? I was in the tent, and there's Jacob. You know what I mean? Like, just bouncing around. Like,
Yeah, I mean, all gas, no brakes with it.
I'm like,
If he starts shaking in front of you, that would be a fucking trip out there. Jacob
right?
just shaking in front of you.
So we go back to LA and Solo. So you got the car pulling up?
Yes. So
Okay.
this has been debated, highly debated, since you've been on your pauses. Roman out here now. How does Roman respond? Of everything just happened and transpired at the start of the show.
Yeah. He can't just address LA Knight. He has to address all of this.
It's Jacob's there. And looking too good. I'm slipping. So this is straight.
I don't trust him. I don't trust him.
I am not gang. I do not gang bang. Don't play me like I will pull up and bang bang.
Oh no.
No, it's just straight hood shit of that. This is I am my brother's keeper. This is Boys in the Hood. This is Bishop out here.
Yeah, I was actually thinking what was it? Yeah, but when you said Bishop, you made me think of Juice.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm going to cross my paths out here. Oh. Now, this is the thing. They don't have commercials, so I almost want to step for a moment, but Roman's entrance might take as long as 10 minutes.
You might get back.
Not.
Right? You might make it back. But Roman is coming out to the ring. There you go. Nick taking a pause for the cause. Show is rolling, folks. If you are watching on Netflix, this is where we're at. We can tell you what we see. If you're watching elsewhere and we get a little ahead of you, our apologies. It's just the way it goes down sometimes. But Roman Reigns is walking out. He gets the update from Jacob. It doesn't look good. The bloodline's on their heels. They're being picked apart. They got issues with LA. They got issues with Royce. They got issues with OTM. They got issues with Solo. Are the walls closing in? Man, this guy saunters. I see it going 2 hours. $1.43 is what I'm thinking. There you go. Shout out to Nick. The program is pre-taped. I had no commercials, only Mr. T package. That's it. That's all we've had. Right? And that's the new documentary about Mr. T. Like Nick mentioned, like by the time I was aware of Mr. T, he was kind of in that later part of his career. But everyone knew who he was. He was more of a personality. You show up on shows, you do cameos. You saw him in Rocky. Of course, the A-Team he was known for, but I never really saw the actual A-Team show. I know Rampage Jackson played Mr. T in the A-Team. That's all I know. But it should be a good watch. If your Buffalo Bills win the Super Bowl, let's stop right there. Let's move on. Be a personal concierge for D's. I don't know what that's referring to, but yeah. Let's go. I've been saying that it's stupid. What's stupid? I'm Mr. Perfect. I always knew it. Let's go. I think some of this happened while I was on a pause. The official, the original tribal chief, the head of the table, the world heavyweight champion, OTC 1, Roman Reigns, get your ones up, saunters, facts, just dilly-dallies, dawdles. The sauntering man, facts, money, in no rush to go anywhere. I pity the fool. We heard that a million times, right? I pity the fool. Even the name of the documentary. When do we get LA Knight Roman Reigns one-on-one? Money in the Bank. I'm guessing. I'm not against you. We're all friends. Keep it classy. One's up, big Roman Reigns chant. I watched Rocky 3 as a kid, so I've known him since I was a kid. Facts, right? True. Dale, there you go. Be nice. I pity the fool. That plays with Mr. T. Facts. Cleveland, Ohio. It's funny. I was like an hour away from Cleveland, Ohio last week. I could see part of it. Kind of. I just work here. Right? I just work here. I don't know what the hell's going on right now. I haven't fully gone all the way back yet. Put up a poll next match. I bet I get it right. Yeah, no, not happening. Not happening, Samuel. No polls. 57 minutes left in the show. My feed, no commercials. All gas, no breaks. We going right to the end here tonight. So it's going to be a bit of a wonky night. We're going to be done a little bit early. Again, just kind of the nature of the beast with these pre-tape shows. So we do our best. We might get spoiled if we're ahead of you. So all the warning in the world. We're calling it as we see it on Netflix. And Roman saying he should be out here celebrating. Can we agree that after yesterday's show, All In is currently number one company, AEW is number one company in wrestling? No, we cannot agree on that. We cannot agree on that, 316. Why would we agree on that? Because they gave us a mediocre biggest show of the year? I don't think so. I don't think that cuts it. Crown Jewel, November 7th, just announced. There you go. Crown Jewel, November 7th. So more things being added. Halloween Havoc's been added for Halloween, 31st of October. A Saturday night, we will be here live for Halloween Havoc. Of course, Triple Mania is coming up. Lots going on. There you go. True. That is very true. I actually knew that. And again, I mean, when you think of Mr. T, there's so much of the WrestleMania lore was, Mr. T was such a big part of that, So, yeah, it's I'm looking forward to it. I met Mr. T and Carl Casper Custom Auto Show years back when I was in town. Great guy. Love hearing a big dog. How you doing, buddy? Crown Jewel, November 7th. Let's go. They also announced they're going to Australia again. That's the bet. Guardian, Delirious is a rite of passage in my family. So we used to pass the cassette tape around, like secretly. So yeah. I clench my butt cheeks up. Here comes LA Knight. We still have, yes, we do. Let's go. The mega star in the house. Gigantic pop for LA Knight. With LA Knight getting so much love, is now the time to pull the trigger on LA Knight. WrestleMania exists yeah, absolutely. They pulled him in. He had a big name, of course, like I said, with the TV success. He was a known personality. They partner him with, Hulk, and the rest is history, right? Like, does Hulk cross over into the mainstream the way he did without the help of a Mr. T and without the help of the other celebrities they brought in for WrestleMania 1? So, huge impact. And a guy that they were legitimately, like, we weren't sure how things were going to play out. There was some actual heat and distrust between Mr. T and Roddy Piper, two volatile guys. About time AEW put Style on Ospreay and Waller as NXT champ. Ospreay, huge. I love Will Ospreay. I like his passion. I like what he can do. I think going back a year, we wanted Ospreay deserved his chance, his time. Then he went away. He got injured and had to heal up. He is the guy. He is the guy for the posters. He's the guy that comes out and cuts the raw promos. And then you send some really good heels after him. And you continue to make him a hero. And I think you let you can ride that for a while. But it's a huge moment. And when they asked him in the media scrum, like, what would 16-year-old Will Ospreay say about today? and he just cried. Like, and that, for all the criticism, all the tribalism, all the hatred, all the anger, all the piss and vinegar, that to me is raw, genuine human emotion, and that's what makes something like wrestling super fun. Tapping into those moments. So whether you loved it or hated it or like Ospreay or don't like Ospreay, the moment in itself was outstanding, and it's a big accomplishment for him. Speaking of big accomplishments,
raw, genuine human emotion, I guess.
Yeah.
But I have LA Knight out here now, mid promo against Roman Reigns.
Do we pull the trigger on LA Knight at some point? Is he over enough to give him the belt?
But I don't. It's one of those, once you give it to him, you're going to have to take it back from him. He's not taking that and running with it. Like, he's not going till Mania with it.
Right.
So you give it to him, and then you got to take it back from him.
Look. Okay. As LA and Roman are in the ring.
Oh, I'm not there.
Oh. You said that so Charlie Brown.
Lucy, you took the football out from underneath me again.
I'm not there.
Fucking Linus out here, I guess. So me and my AW, me and my Ospreay, and I'll be fine.
Right. What do you got on your screen right now, sir?
I have LA with his promo on Roman. I can jump if I need to jump.
Jump.
Now I got him stepping in the ring. Oh, so now Solo's backstage got beat up.
Yeah, now Solo's been taken out.
And they blurred it again. You can tell it's blood, and they blurred it again.
Yeah, I don't like it. Maybe I'm just old man here at this point, being like, in my day.
Just they've done it. Like, I can watch how many fucking true crime documentaries on Netflix and watch the most gruesome and everything.
Right.
Warning beforehand. TVMA. Remember when this was supposed to be TV PG-14 or whatever again?
Right.
It was going back to that. But Jacob's there right on scene, so it looks like Jacob's the one.
Well,
LA, so we got gang warfare.
Well, and Roman just lays out LA, and Jacob again, like you said, I think I might be slightly ahead.
No, I got the Superman punch. Now I got Jacob and Roman chatting.
Yes. Okay.
So I jumped 10 seconds and we were spot on again. I remixed the remix. It was back to normal.
Did your segment end?
I got Jacob walking off segment.
Oh, let's fucking go.
See, but there's nothing in there to me that says that, like,
Jacob's sus.
Setting up that big tension between Jacob and Roman.
They had that tension. Roman held him back last week. Like, when he went to help out, Roman said no. And then last week, when the key unit showed up, the Usos told him, stay out of our business, stay in the back, we don't want you. So I think there's tension, and he looks sus, but
yeah, I'm gonna have to hold you back with all of this. 914, you missed the first one out there. Her name was Lola.
Let's
at the
go.
Copacabana. I still think Lola Vice City is going to get a trademark letter from Rockstar
Games. Right. Hey, you can't do that.
We own that.
What up, Capone? Bernard. I love that Key and Peele skit where they parody Mr. T. Classic. You were saying, do you remember that?
I got reminded today of, you ever remember the one with the other Cleveland Cavaliers? To where you had LeBron James and then they had Key and Peele playing it, like they had people playing the other Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah.
Like Keenan's like, Jeff Green. Like, I'm just here to catch the ball.
Yeah. Well, we were talking when you were in your pause, the old Eddie Murphy, Mr. T bit.
See, I'm not familiar with that one. I know part of Delirious and everything with that. I was George Carlin more than Eddie Murphy. I was George Carlin.
I was both, but right. No, that's Delirious is goated for sure.
I just remember more like the Bill Cosby, Richard Pryor one of, well, tell Bill I said have a Coke and a smile and shut
That's
the fuck
the best. Did they laugh? Yeah, they laughed. Well, you tell Bill to have a Coke and a smile.
No, shut the fuck up.
Richard don't care. No, dude, I think I can. Yeah, no, unbelievable. But yeah, the old Mr. T bit by Eddie's hilarious.
I'm gonna have to. That's gonna be, viewing after watch after that because stuff like that's when I think comedy was really at its
Yeah.
ultra heyday and everything.
Yeah. Again, similar to like the Attitude Era, where we didn't blur out blood. We could tell real jokes without hurting feelings.
Yeah, and I get how some things can mean different things, but at the same time, when did our skin get so thin?
Yeah, that's the question, and that's where I'm just old man on porch.
Old man yells at sky. Old man yells at stream right now.
Right.
But yeah, we're official unk status. You've declared earlier we're official unk status out there.
True.
So, yeah.
If it were up to me, I'd put the IC title on LA Knight. Interesting. Instead of the world title?
I would have put the briefcase on him. I would have put the Money in the Bank briefcase on him.
What
now who do you put it on? Do you put it on a solo? Do you do that with it? Who else could you put it on? A Dom? A Penta?
Do you put it on Drew?
Anyone from SmackDown? Well, yeah, a Finn? A Kevin?
Sammy?
Well, we haven't even talked about your how you're doing with your potential leg, your ankle, your clavicle injury and everything allegedly out there. Kevin Owens getting walked out from a live show, but also could be selling, could be not.
Right? Tender. It's tender.
Dom Mysterio, 10Ds.
As we got Javon and Dom off and running.
Bell ring. Now, how long till Big Cass shows up?
Not long. I don't know.
5 minutes?
Can Big Cass keep beating the shit out of him? Like, is he not tired? Can he beat someone else up now?
But we haven't even heard Big Cass speak as to why he's doing any of this. He's just constantly the frumpy asshole that comes out and ruins Javon's day.
Pretty much. Yeah, just not. I mean, I don't dislike the idea.
You could defend it the first couple of weeks. Can you still defend it?
Yeah, I don't necessarily dislike Bill being here, and I think they're trying to build him up as a big bad heel. I don't know if this Javon thing's kind of doing it, and maybe it's time to beat up someone else. See what happens there.
But even explain why you were going at Javon. I don't like it because you're bouncy.
Right? Well,
you're small and I'm big. What?
Yeah. Well, I was out there suffering and struggling, and here you are getting everything handed on a silver platter, essentially, right?
So, as much as Oba's risen, has Trick and Javon slid?
I think Trick's
with Baron, Javon's.
I don't mind Trick and Baron though, and Trick's still getting huge. I don't think Trick slid much. He's kind of where I would thought he would be.
But that's admitting that he slid, Your Honor.
Maybe
much means that he has slid.
Yeah, maybe. But close. Javon to me is the guy.
Javon up over top.
I think Javon is kind of that regression to the average where, he wasn't going to come in and get pushed and pushed and pushed where he was going to go after the world champion. Well, yeah, like he wasn't going to go after Roman Reigns. They had to find a middle ground.
And here is where I'll play devil's advocate of you and I disagree of how they presented Dom. Javon versus Dom out here, in your case, very much fits your argument because these are two guys that are the future that in, 2 years' time are going to be world title, IC title contenders. But I would still say that both men have slid.
Dom's fine. Dom's still Dom. Dom hasn't changed. They still boo him. Dom
slid, but Dom hasn't and Javon hasn't.
I said Trick is barely slid if he has slid. If you followed what I said.
You said he hasn't slid that much, which admits that he has slid.
I said if he's slid at all, it's slight.
Where's the court stenographer? Right. Anthony, MDB, Boston, somebody.
Trick, I think, is doing okay. I think the little yachty stuff's been fine. I know people don't love Corbin. I don't really like the motorcycle, but I think he's hanging in. Javon is the guy that cooled off. But, again, he wasn't going to go after Roman, so you have to get him in something. Dom's fun for me because, again, Dom just reminds me of an old school heel that just fucks around. And the fans love watching him get beat up.
Dom is fine as it is, but knowing that Big Cass is waiting in the wings,
is he though?
Not so fun.
He there's no reason for him to do it. He laid the kid out last week. Would he do it?
He laid him out for 3 weeks, and we still haven't even gotten an explanation as to why he did it.
Well, they had the match, and I think he did explain it at some point, but I wasn't here.
I
It
don't think
was
you were here, there, or anywhere.
if it was up to me, KJ would be LA Knight for Halloween.
LA White, LA White.
LA White, let's go, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the beard stays, so that's a trick. Totally agree. Big dog.
Yeah, you have to incorporate the beard into the costume.
Right? Yeah, that's always the trick. Is it's the costume. I got to find a way to either hide the
just
beard.
Kevin Knight for the seventh,
Right.
Kevin Knight, Kevin Owens for the seventh year.
Or I have to find a way to work around things. Time to bounce. Let's go. You must acknowledge the LA White exists in an all. It has to. I'm with you for sure. It's my Hollywood alter ego.
Well, we've seen my multiverse out there of British Nick, shout out Geekbox, showing up last week. And
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
not the little guy. So now JD getting booed.
No, whoa, now I got
Right.
JD with a clothesline.
Big cash for IC belt. Yeah, probably. No.
No.
Stop
Why?
that.
Joe
Henry. No. Oh, wow.
What? How did this happen? Now I get Joe Hendry. I have not touched anything.
It's okay.
Now I got Joe Hendry running down in full gear, ready. Not like he was like backstage and
He was ready to go, bro. You got to be
I'm
ready.
just waiting for the opportunity.
Yeah,
Say
that's
when.
it.
As he dumps out Dom.
I mean, everyone kind of runs out in their
JD.
gear. It's a weird gangbang.
What?
I said everyone kind of comes out in their gear. This is a weird gangbang.
Little bit, yeah.
Tag match, restart. Let's go.
Now Adam
this
Pearce
is-
comes out. So we had a match
Oh, this
before that
Pearce.
set up a match for later that Adam Pearce didn't get involved in. But he's damn sure out here to make sure
He's pissed.
and theatrically set up Javon and Joe Hendry versus JD.
Good times. I said what I said. The Dom song. Dom's still dumb. What? I agree. Yeah, he's still dumb. He's still dumb. I've been a fan of Corbin his whole career. I don't hate Corbin as much as other people do.
I don't like this version of Corbin. I liked Bishop Dyer. I liked if he would have even come out with, I am the darkness.
Can I be honest? Like, how much Bishop Dyer did you watch or see or know? Like, what's the major difference? I saw him live. He was the same dude.
No, he didn't sit
Same
there and come
dude.
out with this bullshit.
I saved the man's life.
American
He's
Badass Taker gimmick.
Well, other than the motorcycle, but he's still doing that like biker kind of attitude. That's what his whole kind of video package was. It's my fault. I saved his life when he fell on me. I pushed him back up, and it's my fault.
We got the furry belts and everything because of you. God damn it!
I'm sorry, but no. I mean, I think Corbin's a dick, and you kind of want. I like that they're making Trick Chase, and there's a lot of heels with belts right now.
I will admit they are doing the old school heel thing, like almost pivoted on its head. Of normally it would be Trick beats Corbin, and I get 5 minutes with your heel manager, or what have you.
Yeah.
Instead, this is one of those. Yachty's got to survive 5 minutes with Corbin, so Trick can get a rematch. Now, do they do the rematch in the same night?
Mm-hmm. Maybe. I mean, or you set it up for like Money in the Bank.
I wouldn't wait on it.
Get it over with. We can end this.
Well, because I wonder.
Yeah.
Where would Trick be in the Money in the Bank match? Would Baron Corbin be in the Money in the Bank match? Would they both be in the Money in the Bank match? Would you put Yachty? We can't put
Yachty in there.
We're getting a Quavo out there for
Quavo!
Sunday night's main event.
Quavo!
Yeah.
WWE Raw Fish. Raw Fish. It's a terrible way to talk about Dom Dom. Finally, Joe Hendry is back.
Well, Anthony very much brought this up on this past Thursday. Is there anybody, including Joe Hendry, that's gone from TNA to WWE that hasn't been kind of kneecapped or hindered out there? Jordan Grace is MIA, Dufresne search party of 2. Joe Hendry just came back. Mike Santana, Cruz the Vista.
Cruz is good.
Ace Austin is out there doing God knows what. Josh Alexander just came back off of his like fourth
Oh,
injury since he's returned or since
mhm.
he's left.
A lot of the TNA guys have not transitioned comfortably. I think Cruz will be fine. He was in the main event of Heat Wave. I know people don't like the name, but he's still a good wrestler. The vibe's good. They're doing okay with him so far. The jury's out. However, the some of the other like Joe is cold as cold can be. He was way hotter in TNA for a while. They used him a lot more.
He was more over in a crossover role than he was officially on the roster.
Well, is it partly like the say his name, he appears, works once in a while, but when you like he always shows up.
But is it also the Logan thing to where he was doing that and then Logan got hurt?
I think
really side railed it.
Yeah, I think Logan was the perfect guy for Joe to make fun of because Logan takes himself so serious. And Logan gets hurt. Now Joe's like, all right, see you in catering. Hope they got haggis. Yay.
Yeah, mate.
But, I mean, Josh Alexander, super disappointing. MCMG, I mean, they're both. So, jury's out on AEW right now. But WWE just kicked them down the street.
Right.
Jordan got hurt. Jordan got hurt at a bad time and got called up at a bad time. I think she should have stayed down longer. I think she should have been NXT champion for like a good 4 or 5 months to really, because she does need to kind of connect with the audience with her promos better. And she's an athlete. She's great, but she got lost in the shuffle. Now you got Blake.
No, I was just going to say, as Joe's going all the way with all the fall-away slams, I was just going to say, feels like she got swallowed up in that call-up of Julia and Stephanie.
Yeah. Well, Julia and Stephanie, now Blake comes up, Lola's coming up. You got Paige comes back, and then the Bellas kind of hold the position in the division for a minute. Like, it was just a lot of moving parts, and she got injured, so it took her out of the equation. And, Tiffany shuffled up and down where we thought Tiffany was maybe, on the wrong side of things. But now, again, lots of moving parts.
Well, is it one of those? It's even like what we worried about with Chelsea. Like, you got injured during training camp. Like, you're battling for a roster spot respectfully right now. Yeah. And you zigged when you should have zagged. And you now got a sprained ankle. And you can't compete in practice as now that person's out there running your routes.
100%. 150%, right? Like, let's say they had a bit of a plan. Okay, Jordan, you're here now. We're going to try and maybe do this. And then she gets hurt. Yeah, they're going to fill that spot. And look, sorry, Nick, but Chelsea's been a big force. Even in Julia and that. They all got washed up by Chelsea.
Well, I was even going to say, that's what the Sicko's trying to frog splash.
He's Dom again.
2, 3. Dom gets the win.
Dom gets the win over Joe. Now the Joe people are going to be upset.
Just got back and just on his way out. Coming soon to AEW Dynasty in, where's that one? That's somewhere else in England and everything.
Where they just announced it.
Liverpool. They're going out with the Beatles out there.
Right.
We're from Liverpool.
So Javon and Joe take the loss. Dom gets a sneaky win. There you go. He's 1-12. 1-12. Now what? Now what?
I can't even just. And now what? Now can what, mate?
Right.
Oh, Roman PG-13 bloodline sucks. It's not PG-13. Trust me. The only thing that's been PG-13 is WWE's Netflix rendition of all of this.
Right.
Because you can go and find on Twitter pretty easily. Find it on social media, the uncut version of Jacob's promo.
Mm-hmm. No, it's interesting. Like if you generally watch wrestling live, and they don't cover up the blood live, is that okay that they cover it up in the replay? Like, it's just the replay. But the people are like, that's the first thing I saw, and I don't know. It's weird, right? Like, I don't know. Is that part of the process? Because when they bleed live, you got to shoot it.
They never did it before. As shout out RBB, it's good to introduce the New Day as New Level, but come on, Swerve is the main event guy.
Truth.
Well, then they turned around and had the new level out there with the tag teams, but you can't always just have it be a thing with all the blood and everything. They don't normally do that. It's jarring when they now on the replays blur it out and everything. It's the first thing your eye notices because that's not normal. So that's where your brain jumps to.
Right.
You're drawing almost more attention to it than if you just let it be blood. Like I get, It might be like adults need to watch this. People with this,
Right.
you do your TVMAs. I thought this was, TV 14, what have yous. Do that with it instead of blurring it.
Right. Facts. WWE RAW fish. Something smells fishy on a Monday night. That's your mama to close her legs then. Snap. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Brian.
One of the 5 things in the face.
Just kidding. But a couple of signature moves. That's okay. KJ is Raw now. I'm not wearing any socks at the moment, but not quite. I mean, we're moving. There's been good matches. Nothing epic. I mean, not a bad episode of Raw in the sense of like the OTM stuff, the bloodline stuff. LA gets punched out. Everyone's getting taken out. I mean, not terrible.
Right. Well, right out there, no spoilers, but you see the main event yet? Goddamn good match for once. We all expect it to be, but we haven't gotten there yet. I will ask you, as we're probably, are we actually down to the main event at this point? I don't even know anymore. Well, this whole no commercials and actually being on that Canadian timeline has thrown me off. But has this Raw felt like a punt? Has this felt like a 4th and 13?
Not really. Like, I think it's been okay. I don't know if it felt like an outright punt. I think there's some cool things that happened.
No, that's fine. I asked.
No. I know. I'm torn. I really am torn because, like, I mean, I thought Dragon Lee Ethan Page was a really, really good match. I don't mind this Keys OTM thing. Like the key units jacking everybody up. Like I kind of like it. And Jacob looks suspect. And Roman's pissed off. And Roman knocks out LA. So there's some decent stuff. But is it blowing my socks off? No. This match I'm expecting to blow my socks off.
Keys, absolutely. Keys and OTM are gritty, presented kind of like the OG NWO. We're not here to take part. We're here to take over.
Right.
I think the biggest thing, the best thing would be if that subliminal, I didn't know it was taped. If I knew that anything could happen at any moment with this, I think it would make the little edge the other way. Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm. It's a tricky thing, right? Like I said, I'm kind of torn. I think
we wouldn't be talking about blurs if it was live.
That's true.
I would be waiting for does OTM show back up and run back up out here.
Yeah.
I
think it's been a decent episode. I wouldn't go as far as outstanding or anything, but a real decent, especially for a pre-taped show. It's better than I thought it was going to be. I think that's fair.
3rd and 7 versus a 4th and 15.
Yeah, maybe a field goal instead of a punt.
Fair enough.
Well, they'll take the 3 instead of, maybe it's a touchback. No, or a safety. I don't know.
There you go. Words, hockey, goal, shooting,
right.
Kicks, pucks, ice.
Right. A bit of an empty netter, not a barn burner. I don't know. Nick's psychology is facts. He thinks he's smart, though. Well, if his psych is, I think
proof is in the pudding. Look smart out there. I like Sid Vicious. I have half the brain that you do.
Right. KJ loves every event. Now, clearly, you're not watching. Pay attention.
No, now you're just making up your own narrative.
Right. I can't wait for this. I can't either, but I'm with you, buddy. Paul Heyman cutting a promo in the back, by the way, about this whole situation.
Oh, no, I have Oba.
Oh, you got the video package?
This is so interesting. We're all on like different timeline. We're in the multiverse of wrestling out here.
Okay.
Multiverse of madness, Doctor Strange.
It's shit. Let me know when you get Paul Heyman with Kathy Kelly.
I got Austin Theory going through a table from last week.
Yeah. Theory
to Paul.
Yeah, it's good shit. Another one of my wild theories that Bronson Reed is the new Heyman guy. and he's
I still
returning.
think that could be a thing, but I also think that Braun Breaker could be working with Paul.
That's
now
an interesting.
Backstage. He hasn't said a word yet, but he's out there looking like Oswald Cobblepot. Kathy Kelly.
Vote for Oswald. Man.
Now, see, they mentioned the prediction spoiler. Cody Rhodes mentions that's not a prediction, that's a spoiler. Could you see Cody Rhodes being a Paul Heyman guy?
My only fear with the Cody thing is are you running off the Roman playbook?
Yes and no, but is it also we need some seasoning on Cody Rhodes? We need some seasoning. We need some salt, some pepper, some cayenne, whatever. We need some seasoning out here.
Is him like? I think Brandy Rhodes is the seasoning he needs if he goes heel. Let's go. What's up, Crystal? How you doing? How you doing? Swerve, New Level versus the Rascals is going to be a good Wednesday. They're going to cook.
Now, is that an instant way to jumpstart the Rascals and everything?
Well, you got to, they're there. Use them. Listen,
that's the match that you always wanted in WWE but never got. But it's also you haven't used the Rascals. The Rascals were out there on the fucking pre-show for all in. Like the pre-show, like still filling in the arena pre-show.
Yeah, the best booked rascal is Trey Miguel, who dodged that bullet quick time.
He Matrix. I know what's at stake.
Nick, I'll be back in 2 seconds, sir.
No, you're good. I might do what you do afterwards.
Mini, not a fully.
Fair enough. This Sunday is Heyman dropping a teaser, not a spoiler, with Oba versus Braun. I think that Heyman's going to be at least involved with Braun, or he's not going to align with Oba because I don't think that Oba needs a Paul. I think that there's been enough that they've been teasing of Breaker wants Paul Heyman, and they kind of have that playing hard to get vibe with it a little bit, but also at the same time, could it be to where Breaker just outright wins? Because I've seen a lot of people say it's going to be a no contest or Oba wins, and then we got to get to this or whatever. But I could very much see it to where Braun Breaker just straight up wins because of Heyman involvement, as we're getting. So it's the women's 6-woman match of Jade and the Baddies versus Charlotte and the Gothies. Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. What was the other match that they had advertised? Of Braun versus Oba. Why am I? Oh, Little Yachty versus Baron Corbin for the first 5 minutes. And then hip hop superstar. He's hipping and hopping with the bipping and the bopping. Of Quavo live performance. As did anyone else see? And maybe Anthony will really pop at this, or certain people might know this. WWE's out there got Magic City merch, which, if you know anything about the Atlanta area or anything, was the Judgment Day Clubhouse back at it. Magic City is very much a venue for adult entertainment and everything, and you can get your exclusive WWE Magic City merch at wweshop.com, and you can also get your exclusive Wrestling for Life merch at the link in the description below. It was just very funny to me of turn around and include Magic City, a place known for, maybe kind of certain things around where Liv Morgan might have worked, as we're getting all of them backstage. Known for lemon pepper wings and strip clubs. Magic City. But WWE merch, let's go. We're getting a celebration, but she's sitting there. Liv has a little Little tease, a little twinkle in her eye out there. She's setting up a trap there. JD2 app, yes. Liv too excited. Sitting there and, had the little twinkle in her eye behind. But yeah, so we're showing the replay of what started off this show. So where did Jay get busted open? Yeah, it must have been when he took out the windshield, which actually would have been clever as shit, because, you're going to splatter some shit. Bernard, I wonder if Royce and Co. will attack Roman at the end of the show. We'll see if that's... I liken that this is completely just spontaneous. Like, we're running up on you. We're running this. You getting gang warfare a little bit between this. If you got the bloodline, which is the Samoan Mafia, you've got Solo in LA, and do they need a friend, and who could be their friend, that are very much the kind of the baby faces, but they're also the in-between party that didn't stand behind Royce, who now turned on everybody. And, I am my brother's keeper out here. Speaking of my brother's keeper, my keeper, pause. What? Yeah. Call a hospital testatory. Medical facility.
Yeah, I didn't mean to click. I clicked.
You're good.
I got excited.
I gotta hear Roman and Jacob again. See, I don't see where they're like super upset at each other.
Why?
This. And I know they teased it a bit with this. I think that the key unit has kind of shifted it to, you're the only one I can trust. We're back to where Jacob's the right-hand man again. And I'm not dealing with your punk ass, Jay.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's the part of the argument there, but there definitely feels like there's something up. And I don't know. Again, it's just the fact. Remember, Jacob did not want to bend the knee. He was forced to.
Right. Well, I'm going to bend the knee briefly, as I do like this from Dirtbag of saying, need to get someone like Jordan Grace, Ivan Allen, J-Rod out there. Just had the tryouts.
Right. I've said for a while, I think Jordan Grace would benefit a lot from Paul Heyman. I would have no problem with Jordan Grace being the first ever Heyman, the official first ever Jordan Heyman girl. So here comes Penta. But yeah, I like that a lot. Like, surprise us, right? And I think that with Jordan, she could use the mouthpiece. Let her go in there and work. She can work. You can put her in there with the men. You can put her in there with the women. She can work. But her mic skills may not be at this level at this time. So I think for my money, it's not a terrible idea. Because now we may or may not be getting a commercial. Vitamins, yes, it will re-up before the main event. Let's go. Hit it if you got it. They're expected to have 7 matches on Sunday night's main event. Next week, by the way, Stephanie versus Liv, Women's Championship on the line. I wish that Saturday main event will happen on my B-Day next weekend, but oh well. Well, happy early birthday. Sorry that the WWE let you down. As we start next week, we get the beginning of the qualifying matches for Money in the Bank. A lot of people were saying that the Money in the Bank graphic looks like Bianca and Montez. I saw that going around. Sorry, guys, but whenever I hear the name, the Rascals, all I can think of is Spanking Alfalfa. What is it? You are so beautiful to me. That was Alfalfa. I get you. I went to church yesterday. I have to be a nice person. Amen. Being nice is a good idea. Quavo will be performing. So I don't know what that's going to look like, but he will be. Little Yachty come out and drop kick him. That'd be the best. Quavo mid-performance. It's Quavo! Boom. Yachty. Here comes Rey Fenix. Your AAA Cruiserweight champion. Taking on his brother. I truly don't know the outcome. If you do, keep it to yourself for later. but everybody's looking forward to this match. A lot of people talk about when Penta and Ray came in, and, you know, are they better off now? And I think we could all say that they've done extremely well in the WWE environment. Penta may be slightly better, but Ray's had a lot of success in AAA as well. 1960s music scene. There you go. Raw's a 9 out of 10. Jordan going off early. Liv Stephanie is next week. Now, the Judgment Day is the faction that will not die. They are the TNA of factions. They won't quit. They won't go away. Now they're all happy again. But now they seem fake happy. And I wonder about Roxanne, because Roxanne doesn't have the belt. Doesn't have any belt. So is Roxanne tired of sitting in the back seat? Hanging out down the street. JD too happy. Oh, that was me. There you go. Here's a costume idea for Halloween. Havoc Ricky Martin. There you go. I don't know how he's going to smash those together. But I believe we are off and running. Nick, when he returns, can confirm if I'm in the right spot. But nothing but love between the two bros, and we're off and running.
The same old thing we did last week. Not a thing to do. A talk to you. We're all right.
We're all right.
I must. So as I've still got them around the ring and everything, so the match hasn't rung or anything like that. Now I got the bell ring official. But no, on Saturday had a barbecue and everything like that, and I was very much doing the Kitty Foreman of like what she was doing of like, I'm gonna hold my hands like this. There's another shot within my hands.
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right. Oh, we are flying out the gate here.
What?
Oh, I've got.
We just become best friends.
Yep.
Oh, my brother, testify.
Oh, my brother, testify.
Lola, OTM and Keys living La Vida Loca tonight for sure. This needs
They're
to
not
be
black cats and voodoo dolls, Christian.
Right. Paul, I'm curious. What do you mean when you say this is how shows should be run every week? I'm really curious.
No commercials?
That would be the first step, right? That's what I was waiting for. I agree.
Well, so we're going to see certain times got thrown out when it ends, but I'm like, now if we see when this ends, there's no commercials on either of our ends, really. We maybe had like a tease for next week, or like there was for Money in the Bank or anything. So if this ends with an hour 45, on paper, that's 15 minutes of commercials, but in regular scheduled programming, that's a half hour, 45 minutes of commercials.
Mm-hmm. If you're a cruiserweight champion, how can you be a heavyweight champion? I mean, do we really have to answer this?
I mean, junior heavyweight.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
option C is a thing. You
maybe
can still challenge for it. Like,
yeah, but this scenario, you can't do
on
that.
The principle of the argument. Like, it's if you want to get down to splitting an atom, you can get there with it. But
yeah, but at the end of the day, I mean, again, it's no different. It's not like it's a new concept. It's been a tried and true thing.
Ronald Mysterious is Ray as clear cut a Hall of Famer if he's never a world champion.
I still I think that locks him in. I'll put it that way. Yeah, I agree with you. I think he gets it anyway, but that definitely locks it in.
That's the you lock, sealed, sign, and deliver.
Right,
but I've got
victory lap almost. Phoenix on the outside.
Yeah, now you just emphasizing.
Yeah,
from cross body on the outside from
perfect.
Phoenix onto Penta.
Perfect.
There we go.
Back into the ring.
No. Getting there. Penta back in the ring.
There we go. Rolling Thunder. Kick in the face.
Rolling kick in the face.
There we go. That's how we do. No, I mean, again, I don't want to, shoot the question down altogether, but you remember all the guys that left WCW because they were cruiserweights that couldn't get any higher. The Jerichos, the Eddies, there's a long list of examples of
There's
guys.
two guys that you name right there that in any other promotion would have never been a world champion. Outside of when they jumped to WWE and they changed the narrative.
Absolutely huge, right? So we remember like a long history of guys that do
Danielson's a prime example, a recent example.
Is Ospreay cruiserweight? He's
kind of one
right?
of those that he kind of put on the poundage pause and everything, a move from being a junior heavyweight champion to a heavyweight champion in New Japan.
Right. Money in the Bank qualifying matches start next week. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who's in it, who qualifies for it. Superkick again. I think whoever's, depending on who's in it, it's going to really lay out who you think could win it. I know that's kind of sounds like a redundant statement, but it's going to, like, you could have a really wide open field or you could have a really narrow field.
Yeah, I think we're always going to get a couple guys in there that we don't expect to win. Like a Penta could be in there just because high flyer, loves to jump off stuff. Could a Javon qualify maybe? But it will be curious. Does Big Cass get in? Does somebody is there somebody we don't expect to get in there? LA Knight was the guy for a while, but he might be fighting for the belt night of.
Does Solo get in it? As soon as he's that Big Cass, I kind of turned my nose up a little bit. If I don't know about all that, if he just be the one that just clears house.
Solo's a great show.
Does a Royce or anything?
Royce could.
Jacob. Yeah. Well, you want to say Jacob is a guy to be watched if he sits there and he holds the briefcase behind Roman.
Dude,
Jacob. We got this locked down. This staying in the family.
Right. Jacob Fatu is a great show, and I like that one a lot, especially because how close it is right now with everything going on. Jacob winning, like, okay, you're the tribal chief, but I got this. So, and if I take the belt, do I get the Ula?
You don't talk to me like that punk ass Jay.
Right. It's tough, man. I think Roxanne Perez is a front runner because of her standing and what's going on.
Call up or anything like a Lola or a Jada or anything that wins it.
I'd be okay with Lola winning. Let's go. Right?
I could see a Roxanne and even with the Judgment Day, you said it as I might be going. No, I'm what normally would be a commercial break and not a commercial break.
Psych, we're still here.
Yeah, I don't know. Lake America just coming in clutch out here. But
you swim your ass home.
Yeah, doggy paddle, bitch. But they very much with that Judgment Day segment, it seems like we're getting to the end of times, even though we've been at the end of times like 5 times. Right. But to where it's like Liv's like, let's all go get chicken tendies, and then is like sneakily, Dick Dastardly smiling behind everybody.
Right.
And all that.
Do they try and do like the pinnacle double swerve of like the Judgment Day go to turn on her, but she's already got a backup plan?
But who would even be the
I don't even know.
The fatal influence. She's going to be the blonde. She's going to be the Mandy Rose in Toxic Attraction. She's going to be with the fatal influence. Right. Actually, wrong brand. That's SmackDown.
Right. Oh, I mean, loose.
They don't have brand loyalty, so why?
It's loose.
Oh, step up kick from FedEx.
Ayo, how you know? I'm just guessing, bro. I mean.
I think my track record of therapy appointments shows I know about psychology. I think I have college degrees that show that, but yeah. I
mean, I've been on a few planes. Doesn't mean I'm a pilot, but at the end of the day, I
did stay at Holiday Express.
Jokes.
If you're an unk, if you got that, you're an unk.
That's an unk joke. That was a good unk joke. I like that one. 3-man group. 2, I have to screw you. I will rule you. Quavo is part of the Amigo Nerds. Facts.
Yeah, well, the Amigos that aren't anymore.
Yeah, this match has been like 20
lost minutes. An Amigo.
Yeah, they're giving this match time.
Or an Amigo. What? Oh! Holy shit!
Wait till this match is better than the main event from last night.
It won't be.
It's off to a good start.
Well, then. Depending on the timeline, this could be here for an hour, or this could be here for 5 minutes. We don't know.
Right. Ran smoothly. People won't lose their attention spans and get bored of the product. Yeah, it's definitely a good vibe when there is no commercial. I admit that. And it's just, I mean, it's everywhere, guys. I mean, it's literally everywhere. Like they're doing live, you know, midstream commercials in video games now. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
come on.
respectfully, we do try and make at least some monies, not much monies, but some monies, some human monies from all of this and everything. So there will be a YouTube ad or whatever that plays sometimes with our streams and everything. But yes, it's unavoidable at this point, and it's also respectfully. Let me go grab a snack. Let me go to the bathroom. Let me walk off for a minute.
For sure.
I'm out. I never thought I'd be out here defending commercials, but there is a timeout in sports.
Oh, look at this! They go for the Super Destroyer, and look, he lands it.
I've seen a ghost step up.
Let's go. Yo, get the polls ready right now.
Buster!
Penta Phoenix
Why
or
you gotta
Osprey
be a
Kenny?
Buster? Why can't it just be a muscle buster? Yeah, Penta driver. 1, 2, 2 count, 2 count.
Let's go. Okay, my socks are off, Boston.
Well, this just went from like third gear, like this went from like park to like fifth gear, like right out of the gate.
Right. It's just you just hear the grind of the transmission. Picking Oba Femi at this year's Money in the Bank. Oba's a show. I don't know though. I think he'll be talking about.
He doesn't need.
That's facts. He still has one in his pocket. He
Almost
catches
one in the bush, 2 birds in the bush.
Right. He goes for the cash in, fails, and then cashes in the King of the Ring and wins.
Double cash in.
Double cash in.
Triple secret Uno reverse on you.
Right.
Oh, he's
no
about
way.
to hit this on the table. Panda driver through the table.
And the crowd goes wild.
And for a tape show, I see none of this beforehand. And
I did
love every second of it. This is wrestling fans. We all did a good job and realized that's not ruining it for other wrestling fans out there.
Right.
God damn. All right, you might be a bit more, at least in the ballpark. I won't say you with last night. You might not be on the field yet, but you're at least in the seating. You might be in a dugout.
It's encroaching. It's like, you know,
encroaching and encroaching. Yes.
Too. You kicked out again. You know, it's like the scene in Days of Thunder where Cruz pulls up behind the guy and he's like, "Hey, like I'm in your mirror. I'm coming.
I'm just letting you know I'm on your ass."
I mean, if this keeps rolling like this, it's going to be a hard argument.
But honestly, really, if you're going to be a true sicko, stretching the arm, pulls it back.
Oh, you dirty bastard.
But it's still going to be the moment that outweighs it. You have to fight that uphill battle. Like, it's going to be hard to beat that. In ring, maybe.
As a bro with a bros, I mean, this is emotional for me. This is bro love right now. Hit me. Do it.
End me.
Oh! Let's go.
2 counts.
Let's go, bro. Get the destroyer. They keep changing the names of our shit.
1, 2,
what a match. What a match. What a good match.
Missy Elliott, and you're flipping in a reverse shit. Yeah, you sit there and go from Hurricane Rana one way to a Canadian destroyer, a Mexican destroyer, Lake Ontario destroyer, a Gulf of America destroyer.
Right. They keep changing the name of our shit.
Our pets' hands are falling off.
Yes.
You want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? 5 stars. 5 stars. 5 stars.
Oh, shit. Oh, I've heard a Meltzer podcast already. Thanks.
Yeah. But Penta raising Fenix's hand out here of it wasn't the first time we've seen them go at it, but it does.
No.
That's a nice little reminder. And hey, if you have never watched AEW, have never watched Lucha Underground, have never watched AAA, you've never watched anything beyond WWE. Now you know why everyone wants these fuckers together. Now you know why why is everybody over the moon about these two out here. And why is, imagine
all of the
Roman having a match with Penta. Penta's probably the best guy that can do lucha, but not only do lucha.
It's exactly that. And the thing is, name value as far as Penta's so big. Sorry, the pyro threw me off, made me stutter. But Penta's so big, and this is going to be epic. You're going to get this vibe. Look at this.
Comes Roman.
Let's go. How did this not get leaked out at all?
But this is good, everybody. Yes, we're learning. We're healing. The IWC is becoming much more the WFU. We're learning. We're learning.
There's a better way. Here
there is always a better way.
There's always a better way. What was I going to say?
I don't know, but RBB saying lights, top lights, flashlights, spotlights, strobe lights, street lights.
All of the lights.
Flashing. All of the lights. All of the lights is here, baby. MDB's popping somewhere right now.
Yeah, for sure. Roman Reigns. Roman is out to talk to Penta.
But this isn't like, think about this. If you were to go at one point, like go 2-3 years back of when we were out here, when we started doing this channel, this right now is a fucking
never gonna be a thing. Yeah,
this is some fantasy booking. I'd really like to see the Hulk versus the Thing. So I'm gonna get Tony Stark versus fucking,
he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
And Johnny Flame, Mero,
and the 1-up. I like it. I really like how that finished. I like that a lot. I like this show.
Just one. Oh, wait, what's the Spanish?
Just uno. Oh, we're going to be canceled.
I'm going right back into them.
Yeah.
So we're going to rewatch a rematch. Yeah.
As we're done. We're done at, 45. We're early.
So at least we can say Monday Night Raw is at minimum 15 minutes of commercials.
Yes. Facts. At least. That's
normally it's around a 2.5. There is no overrun, but at minimum, what it should be is 2 hours.
Yeah.
That's what every wrestling show is at this point outside of Collision. So we can say definitively we're at least getting 15% air, 15 minutes of air in our bag of Lay's potato chips.
For sure. I really liked how that ended. I thought that was a good ending to that show. I like it doing, Penta, you see Roman come out. He's the top dog. He's the tribal chief. But Penta's no fear. I don't care who you are. I'm ready to go. I'm really curious if this match will deliver like a holy shit match. Like if Roman says gets in there and they go. I mean, when people say that, I said it. Roman's not necessarily known as an in-ring stud. He had a great match with Seth recently. Can he deliver?
Of the difference of styles, and I think they will make sure, because we've built to this. We did a whole goddamn tournament to it. This is going to bang. This is going to slap
bang
out there. They're not going to sit there and lay up this.
Right. And I did hear some podcasters and a couple people really get confused. Roman's defending this belt on Raw in Mexico City, not Triple Mania.
Yes. Well, it's the same thing of even what we had advertised for the IC belt and everything. Triple Mania is its own entity. Dom's taking on El Grande there. Ray's taking on Omos. All sorts of matches. He can climb that like a tree.
Right.
But all of this is setting up for the Raw in Mexico City, which is a bit of why they had the tape stuff.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. That's it. And that's what the report was, that they've allowed, just kind of going into busy times and travel and such.
You're not supposed to wear white after Labor Day.
Right. Facts. But I mean, it's for what I was expecting from a tape show. I actually thought we got some really cool, decent shit tonight. I thought some of the storytelling was good. LA Knight could come out and Roman's not going to lose to Penta, but we could have a moment where you think, oh shit, LA just got popped tonight, right? Like some good shit went down on this show, even though it was a tape show. And I really liked the main event. I thought Chad Gable cut a decent promo. Ethan Page comes out. Dragon Lee comes out. They had a great match. Women's match was okay. I mean, we're setting up more, what's going to happen with Liv and Steph next week. So we'll see.
They bookended it really well. They started off with their best thing with, they got jumped in the goddamn parking lot like they were getting run down and everything. And go through with all of that with Jacob and etc. And then the match that they ended it with was fantastic.
Right.
Everything in between, I would say it can be debatable or anything like that. And it's also, I have to ask, and you normally get this, but we're normally not all on this same time frame out here of no commercials, no intermissions, no real pauses for the causes or anything like that. Did that really help the show kind of move along at a pace? Move along.
Yeah, I think what happened, the definite advantage here is that we're not getting, like Paul said, we're not losing our focus, we're not losing our attention. The commercials are boring, right? You roll your eyes. They just kind of bled everything together. And in addition to that, if something wasn't great, it wasn't long. Like we just kept moving. So I like the LA Roman rivalry. I like OTM with Keys. I like Becky and Vakur and Liv. I think JD, again, we've been saying for 2 years that they're breaking up. Maybe now, I don't know. I like some stuff that's happening on Raw for sure.
Is it just clear cut though that LA versus Roman's getting set on the back burner till Money in the Bank because we're already going to have Penta at Mexico City. Yeah. We don't have anything advertised for Sunday night's main event, so we're kicking that down the field. Yeah,
I think so, and I think part of that is the fans are dying for it. It feels like there's a big groundswell. There has been for a long time, but now that LA's sniffing around the bloodline as much as he is, the fans really want it. So I think they're doing a little bit of carrot on a stick with LA right now. We got LA on a stick.
Can it be okay if he just has the match? Because I'm going to keep it a buck. Right now, I don't see him winning. I still think that Roman's your champ going into WrestleMania and going into Rumble. We're eventually at some point going to get Oba versus Roman. Like I said before, if LA wins, you're eventually going to have to take the belt back off him. So how, why, when do you do that?
That's
so I think it's easier to just have Roman keep it.
Maybe, but then we get another long Roman run. What if LA beats him at Money in the Bank, and then someone cashes in on LA, a month after or 2 months after? Is that appease the people enough? And then Roman wins it in January.
If the Bloodline's running shit, how do they run shit if they're not champs? If they're not this? If
maybe they ain't running shit as good as they think they are. They weren't running shit tonight.
Well, then, does the Keys or anybody end up as a champ and anything between that? Like, does the Keys win Money in the Bank?
Keys winning Money in the Bank.
I teach you how to stunt, my wrist ain't gleaming.
If Otis can win a Money in the Bank, Keys can win a Money in the Bank. It would be a big leap for him. Huge jump. But I wouldn't say 100% no. I'd say unlikely, but not no.
Fair enough. But, not to say much, but and I know we're out here, I feel like almost halfway extended. This is the director's cut because we didn't expect to be here at this point.
Nick's like,
I started playing last year, or Wayne and Ross tired or anything. Well, what do they do with Oba versus Braun coming out of so where do they go for the world title?
I like this. I like the Braun Oba vibe right now. I love that it's two young blue chippers that are fighting over position. I don't know how it's going to play out. I really don't. I don't. You can flip a coin. I'm not sure. It feels like Oba has to do it, but I think Braun needs it more overall. But then, can Braun beat Oba? Do you take the luster off Oba if Oba loses? If Braun loses again, does that take more luster off him?
Does Heyman get involved? Well, you even said, and we've had varying discussions on this of Bronson Reed get involved. There's
theory,
so many different variables that could get involved with this.
Right. Yeah, 100%. And this week's Dynamite is definitely 100% not closing at 10.
Yep.
Shit.
You're
Keys isn't going to
welcome.
win, no.
What can I say except you're welcome?
Right, shit. Yeah, I think Keys would be a huge leap, even if he's in it. I think there's other things going on for
So
him.
then, who would you say right now is your favorite to win it?
I thought it would have been LA Knight, but now I think he's going to fight for it. So,
Then who?
Jacob Fatu is my favorite idea. Jacob
Not
Fatu.
Solo, not a trick.
Solo's close. I like the storytelling
Pew,
for
pew.
Jacob. What? Pew
Pew,
pew.
pew.
Solo, there's a case for Solo. I think he's close. I just like if you're gonna have Jacob here, what a twist to the story that now Jacob holds the Money in the Bank over Roman, and he's crazy.
Well, I get you, and I get that what they could do best for storytelling is look at it as we've got this locked down of even if I'm out, you got my back.
Right.
Yes, Roman, I got your back.
Right. Jokes. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to trust, what to believe. And again, if War Games is on the horizon, are they fast tracking Azilla to a surprise teammate? Are they, is it Solo, LA, and who? Is it 3 teams?
I would rather do 3 teams of 3 versus you throw a Zilla in there. I don't want to do the Zilla Solo. You move up in, 2 months' time or anything like that. I can see to where you do OTM, Jacob, and the Usos, and then you'd have to find who's going to be buddies with LA and Solo.
Facts. I did the same thing, Boston, is they gave me a random episode. I'm like, what is happening?
That's why I started talking about Obafemi, because I got him out here and I got the Usos. Right. I'm just seeing everything.
But no, I mean, overall, I think tonight's show was good. A tape show, I was surprised. I mean, I could land somewhere about 7.5. I liked a lot of what they did, considering it exceeded my expectations, and I want to see the debating online. What was better, Phoenix, Penta, or Will and Kenny? Dun dun dun. Just to fuck with the sickos.
I'm still gonna say it was Osprey and Will, but I can see the argument. I'm gonna say this was straight for the uprights. This was a 7 out there.
Yeah. I think that's fair. Absolutely.
Well, even with the halves of it, like I said, hey, I didn't get no commercials for the first time. I wasn't out here in the middle of the pause. It's on a commercial.
Right.
But I think that helped it. I also do think the start and the end were great. The middle might have been a little bit more fluff.
Maybe. But, yeah, and that's fair. I mean, again, nothing overly substantial. You're setting up, Ethan for the IC title. But that was a really good match. Don't sleep on it. JD stuff is always kind of hot and cold. So, yeah, I see 7. 7 exactly. I'm okay with that. I don't know what else other people put. But overall, not a bad Monday. We are back tomorrow for NXT. Should be a fun one. Fallout from NXT Heatwave. We're going to talk all about what went down there. Waller is your new champ. There you go. On the screen. It happened. So is Kalani Jordan. So very heelish in the NXT world right now. Maybe taking a page out of TNA's book. All the heels getting belts.
Well, it feels like the titles change every 2 months, but I think we also all have to take a shoey. Grayson Waller's out there now as your NXT World Heavyweight Champion, who, honestly, out of the 4 involved in that match, was probably the least favorite outside of maybe Tony.
I think he was, a lot of us were like, they won't do it. I think Tony, sorry, I'm getting Solo doing the Matrix last week when I wasn't here. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that took over everything out there.
That's funny as shit. But yeah,
I'm starting to believe.
Yeah, we'll see where it goes, right? What are they setting up? Is it going to be Cruz chasing Waller? Is it Cruz and Tony going to have an issue? Where do they go with all this? Where does everyone fit? How does it line up? Is Tony done? Like some people think that Tony is done, but I don't know. I don't think so.
We'll see. But our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. When you're talking about that wrestling, put that for life with it.
See you on the flip side. Have a good night. Come back tomorrow. It's so early. Now what do we do? What do you want to do? You want to hang out? High five. Let's go.